So yesterday we completed our section on PYQs and we completed up till question number 208. In continuation of that, today we are going through the section on NCERT questions. The questions have been framed from NCERT's class 6 to class 10 and then from class 11 to class 12, right? So starting with the first question, consider the following statements. Statement number 1, Syzygy occurs twice every lunar month. Syzygy is related to niptides. Syzygy is a compulsory precondition for any eclipse. Every Syzygy occurrence means either solar or lunar eclipse. Now, the first point over here, that Syzygy occurs twice every lunar month. What is a lunar month? The time that the moon takes to revolve around Earth, that is almost 27 1/4 days, that is called a lunar month. So in lunar month Syzygy occurs twice. Is this statement correct or not? Syzygy is when Earth, Sun and Moon all three are in a straight line. They make almost an angle of 180 degrees, that is called as Syzygy. In one lunar month there is one full moon day, one new moon day, that is Purnima and Amavasya. On every new moon day and on every full moon day, Earth, Sun and Moon all three are in a straight line, right? So Syzygy occurs twice every lunar month will become correct because every lunar month will be having one full moon day and one new moon day. Now Syzygy is related to neap tides. Neap tides are in which the high tide is lower than average and the low tide is higher than average, that is neap tide. And neap tides are found when Earth, Sun and Moon make an angle of almost 90 degrees. So during first quarter of moon and the last quarter of moon we get the occurrence of neap tides. Whenever Earth, Sun and Moon all three are in a straight line, that is the Syzygy position, we get spring tides. So statement 2 becomes a wrong one. Now Syzygy is a compulsory precondition for any eclipse. If any eclipse has to take place, that is solar eclipse. A solar eclipse take place when Sun is present over here, Moon is present over here and Earth is present over here. This is the condition for solar eclipse and this is termed as Syzygy conjunction. So during Syzygy conjunction we get the situation of solar eclipse and hence Syzygy is a compulsory precondition for solar eclipse. In the same manner for lunar eclipse, Sun is present over here, Earth is present over here, Moon is present over here, again all three in a straight line, that is lunar eclipse. So whether it is Syzygy conjunction, this is called as Syzygy opposition. That was Syzygy conjunction, this is Syzygy opposition. So whether it is conjunction or opposition, we get the situation of eclipse and Syzygy is a compulsory precondition for any eclipse. The statement holds true. The last statement, every Syzygy occurrence means either solar or lunar eclipse. Now Syzygy may be there that all these three, Earth, Sun and Moon, all three are in a straight line, but the situation of Moon, in this particular case the situation of Moon or the location of Moon may be here, the location of Moon may be here, and suppose the shadow of the Earth is getting formed in this manner, this is the shadow of the Earth. So this zone is shadow zone. Now if Moon is located in this shadow zone, it will be having eclipse. If Moon is located over here, it will not be having eclipse. Same holds for solar eclipse. So Syzygy is a compulsory precondition for any eclipse, but every Syzygy position will not guarantee an eclipse. If every Syzygy position will start guaranteeing an eclipse, then every month we will be having one solar eclipse and one lunar eclipse. So statement 1 holds true, statement 2 is wrong, statement 3 holds true, statement 4 is again wrong. So only 2, option B, B for boy shall be the correct answer. Any questions, any doubt? Next question, consider the following statements. Mars rotates opposite to Earth, Venus rotates similar to Earth. The rotation of earth is from west to east, yes or no? The rotation of earth is from west to east, and Mars also rotates west to east. Venus rotates in the opposite direction, east to west. So Venus rotates opposite to earth and Mars rotates similar to earth. Both are written as reverse. So neither one nor two, none. Option D for dog shall be the correct answer. Am I clear on that? Class 6 NCERT se question hai. Next question. Consider the following statements. Asteroids are found in between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. Asteroids are rocky material that is orbiting Sun and that is present in between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. It is correct. Meteoroids are the rocky pieces orbiting Sun. All rocky pieces which are orbiting Sun and which are present in our solar system, they belong to this category meteoroid, D for dog, S, meteoroids, right? Asteroids may also be included in that, but asteroid is a specific name for those objects which are moving in between the orbit of Mars and Jupiter, right? They are called as meteoroids. Statement holds true. Meteor enters the Earth's atmosphere and gets completely burnt. If any of the meteoroid or any of the asteroid enters the atmosphere of Earth, by any chance, by any mechanism enters the atmosphere of Earth, it gets burnt. In which layer of the atmosphere it gets burnt? Mesosphere. Mesosphere provides friction, gases are present over there, due to that friction heat is generated. By that heat the meteor burns up. If it burns up completely in upper atmosphere, that is mesosphere only, it is called as a meteor. But if it fails to burn completely and some solid part reaches the surface of Earth, then it is called as meteorite. So meteorite is a partially burnt meteor which reaches the surface of Earth. Are you getting that? So all the statements, asteroids are found in between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter, correct. 2, 3, 4, all four are correct. So all four, option D for dog shall be the correct answer. Am I clear on that? Question number 212. With change in longitude, the duration of day and night changes. With change in latitude, date and time changes. Date and time depends upon longitude, and the duration of day and night, that is in summer season when you are going northward, the duration of day increases or decreases? In summer season of northern hemisphere, if you are going north, the duration of day, and if you are going south, the duration of day reduces. In the winter season, if you are going north, duration of day, and moving south it increases, right? The opposite will hold true for duration of night. You have to be very attentive while answering the question paper in UPSC. It may give you as per duration of night, or they may ask you as per the duration of day. So if it is night and in summer season, then going north the duration of night will reduce and moving south it will increase. Longitude, the duration of day and night, longitude decides the date and time. The entire world is divided into 360 longitudes, 180 in eastern hemisphere and 180 on the western side. 0 degree, that is the prime meridian, passes through Greenwich. So both the statements are written as reverse. So which is not correct? Both are not correct. So option C for cat, shall be the correct answer. Which of the following states have Tropic of Cancer 23.5 degree north as well as Indian Standard Meridian 82.5 degree east passing through them? So which are the states through which Tropic of Cancer is passing? Rajasthan, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Tripura, Mizoram. 8 states. And how many states through which Indian Standard Time IST 82.5 degree east is passing? UP, MP, Chhattisgarh, Odisha and Andhra Pradesh. So which are common over there? MP and Chhattisgarh. It is asking for the common states. So MP and Chhattisgarh are the two states through which Indian Standard Time 82.5 degree east is also passing, and Tropic of Cancer that is 23.5 degree north is also passing. So 1 and 2 only 2, option B for boy shall become the correct answer. Am I clear on that? Consider the following statements on solstices. Circle of illumination coincides with the axis of rotation. Circle of illumination passes through North Pole and South Pole. Equator experiences equal duration of day and night. See, solstice is what? 2 solstices, winter solstice or summer solstice. During winter solstice, sun is overhead on Tropic of Capricorn, date is 22nd of December. Summer solstice, sun is overhead on Tropic of Cancer, 21st of June, right? When sun is overhead on Tropic of Cancer or Tropic of Capricorn, then either the North Pole or the South Pole will be having 24 hours of day and the other pole will be having 24 hours of night. So, it is a clear-cut testimony of the fact that circle of illumination is not coinciding with the axis of rotation. If circle of illumination coincides with the axis of rotation, then entire earth from North Pole to South Pole will experience equal duration of day and equal duration of night, right. So, during solstice it cannot coincide, that makes statement 1 as wrong. Statement 2 is circle of illumination passes through North Pole and South Pole, that is again related to equinox only. So, even that will not hold true, circle of illumination will not be crossing North Pole and South Pole. Equator experiences equal duration of day and night. Always throughout the year, circle of illumination bisects equator. Equator is always bisected into 2 equal halves by circle of illumination, and throughout the year equator experiences equal duration of day and equal duration of night. So, whether it is solstice, equinox or any of the position in between these 2 locations, in these 2 positions, equator will always experience equal duration of day and night, and hence statement 3 holds true. So, here only one, option A for apple shall become the correct answer. Is everyone clear on that? Any questions, any doubt on that? Any type of cross question by anyone? Consider the following statements. Mantle has maximum mass and volume of earth. How much mass and volume of earth? As per mass, how much mass, how much volume mantle is having? Almost 83%. 9. Mass almost 68%. Volume 83%. Mantle, right? Core is having the volume as 16% and mass 32%. Crust, this is mantle, this is core. Crust का कितना है? ये तो खत्म हो गया ना पूरा 100, तो 0 ही हो जाएगा. Negligible, this is 1%. That is your crust. Mantle has maximum mass and volume of earth, becomes correct. Statement 1. Core has maximum density of earth. The density of core is how much? On an average it is considered as 11 gram per centimeter cube. Mantle is considered as 5.5 gram per centimeter cube. Crust is having variation 2.67 to 1.67 gram per centimeter cube, right? पूरे core की बात करें तो 11 will be correct. If you talk only about the inner core, it will cross 13, right? So, core has maximum density of earth, it is correct. Crust has minimum mass and volume of earth, that is also correct. So, all the 3 statements hold true over there. So, all 3, option C for cat shall be the correct answer. Clear on that? Consider the following statements on rocks. First statement, granite and basalt are types of extrusive igneous rocks. Basalt is extrusive, granite is intrusive. So, both cannot be considered as extrusive. Basalt to bahar nikal ke hai, granite is within below the surface of earth. So, it is a wrong one. Fossils are commonly found in igneous and sedimentary rocks. Fossils are found in sedimentary rocks. अच्छा, इसकी जगह स्टेटमेंट लिखा होता कि fossils may be found in igneous rocks. ट्रू हो जाएगा, मतलब आप 100% रूल आउट नहीं कर सकते. यू कैन नॉट रूल आउट दैट fossils will not be found in igneous rock. Here it is written that fossils are commonly found in igneous and sedimentary rock, and hence the igneous rock part becomes wrong. But if it is written as they may be found, yes, they may be found in igneous rock as well, but rarely, not commonly. Okay? Here the statement is wrong. Monsoon and slate are examples of metamorphic rocks. Both are sedimentary. Slate is metamorphic, sandstone is sedimentary. Sandstone is sedimentary rock, slate is metamorphic. However, the entire statement becomes wrong over here. So statement 1 is wrong, 2 is also wrong, 3rd is also wrong. So none, option D, D for dog, shall be the correct answer. Am I clear on that? 100%. Which of the following statements is correct with respect to Earth's atmosphere? Fossils are generally absent, beta, it's correct. Fossils are absent in igneous rock, but if the question comes up or the statement comes up as one-sided statement that fossils cannot be found in igneous rock, that will become wrong. Fossils may be found in igneous rock also, rarely, not commonly. Argon is the 3rd most abundant gas, yes or no? Nitrogen, oxygen, argon. Neon is more in concentration than helium. Yes or no? Nitrogen, oxygen, argon, carbon dioxide, neon, helium, krypton, ozone, hydrogen, ऐसी तो है. So neon is more in concentration than hydrogen. It's correct one. Carbon dioxide may surpass argon in a decade as per the current rate of increase. Argon is 0.93%. Carbon dioxide is 0.03%. Right? अगर करंट रेट से चले तो अगले 500 साल में भी इस आर्गन को नहीं बीट कर रही. Right? So statement 3 becomes wrong, 1 and 2 are correct. So only 2, option B, B for boy, shall be the correct answer. Consider the following statements on air pressure. Low pressure in upper troposphere is associated with cloudy skies and wet weather. High pressure on the surface of earth is associated with clear and sunny skies. First statement. Surface of earth. यहाँ पर अगर low pressure है, then it will be causing convection, yes or no? And then it will result in a formation of. So low pressure on the ground is associated with cloud. If low pressure is present over there, if in upper part low pressure is there, it means air is descending over here, and that's why it is creating high pressure over here. So will there be any cloud? No cloud cover. Same has been written over here. Low pressure in upper troposphere. अगर यही ground होता, then it would have been associated with cloudy skies and wet weather. But in upper troposphere, low pressure is there. It means high pressure is there on the ground, and hence it is clear weather. And second statement is also the same. High pressure on the surface of earth. Low pressure, if it is present in upper troposphere, automatically high pressure is there on the surface. So one of the two statements has to be correct. Statement 2 is correct. Statement 1 is wrong. Are you getting that? Able to understand, yes or no? Everyone? So 2 only, option B, B for boy, shall be the correct answer. Arrange the following sources of fresh water in ascending order. Tanushree will not speak. Ascending order. So minimum is rivers, followed by and then groundwater. So it will be rivers, atmosphere, lakes, groundwater. So 2, 3, 1, 4. 2, 3, 1, 4. Option A for apple, shall be the correct answer. Consider the following statements. Temperate evergreen. Warm temperate eastern margin. Temperate deciduous. Cool temperate eastern margin. Mediterranean. Warm temperate western margin. How many of the above correctly matched? 30 degree, 60 degree north, 30 degree north. Any continental landmass? Suppose this is a continental landmass, Indus temperate belt. This area, this will be called as warm temperate east. This is called as cool temperate eastern margin, right? This is called as warm temperate western margin, and this is cool temperate western margin. Am I clear on that? If you make equator over here, 0 degree equator, and take equator as a plane mirror, make the image of this figure on the southern side, it will be laterally inverted. Simple image of plane mirror बनती है, as for behind a mirror and laterally inverted. So in southern hemisphere, how can you draw that? 30 degree south, 60 degree south, and here you are having the continent over here. What you will find over here? This warm temperate eastern margin, and you will find warm temperate western margin. These two will not be found over here. Why? Land ही नहीं है. After 50 degrees south, land is not there, and even till 50 degrees south, land is tapering. So the dominance of maritime effect over continental region is there. Hence, a pronounced climatic type that is found over there is not found in southern hemisphere. And this climatic type over here, this is called as China type, or it is called as Gulf type. This is called as Laurentian type. This is the one that is called as, this one is called as Mediterranean type, and this one is called as, right? So a well demarcated area of British type of climate is absent in southern hemisphere. Simple statement UPSC आपको दे सकता. A well demarcated area for British type of climate is not found in southern hemisphere. A well demarcated area for Laurentian type of climate is not found in southern hemisphere. But Mediterranean type of climate is found in southern hemisphere. ऑस्ट्रेलिया में भी मिलेगा, साउथ अफ्रीका में भी मिलेगा, साउथ अमेरिका में भी मिलेगा. साउथ अमेरिका में कहाँ पे मिलेगा? Where you will find Mediterranean climate in South America? The capital of Chile, Santiago, Valparaiso. Where you will find Mediterranean climate in Africa? Cape Town, South Africa, Cape Town का area. Where will you find it in Australia? Perth, Adelaide. Perth, Adelaide, नाम तो सुना होगा. Perth, Adelaide, they are found in Australia. In northern hemisphere, where you find that? California and around Mediterranean Sea, right? So 5 specific regions where you find Mediterranean type of climate in the world. One is in California region, one is around Mediterranean Sea, जिसके ऊपर नाम पड़ा इसका. One is in South America, one is in South Africa, and the fifth one is in Australia. Am I clear on that? So that is warm temperate. So what is the difference between China type and Gulf type of climate? China type is having a perfect reversal of wind direction. Monsoon element is there. In Gulf, a perfect reversal of wind direction is missing. However, in broad sense, both are more or less having same type of climatic conditions. That is over there in China type of climate. Am I clear on that? British type of climate is a part of marine west coast climate. जिसके ऊपर UPSC का PYQ we did yesterday. It is a part and parcel of marine west coast climate, right? Temperate evergreen, warm temperate eastern margin. that is the China type or the Gulf type of climate, it is having temperate evergreen forests. Temperate evergreen forests are having what? They are known for hardwood and softwood. Hardwood, softwood का combination मिलेगा. A tree may be hardwood, a tree may be softwood. Why? If it is found in regions of high rainfall, it will be having hardwood or softwood? Hardwood. Rainfall थोड़ी सी कम हो जाएगी, humidity is slightly less, it will become softwood. That is temperate evergreen. Temperate deciduous, cool temperate eastern margin, which you have written as Laurentian type, eastern and the northeastern margins of the continents and northern hemisphere. Here the trees will be softwood, right? Same variety of tree which are found over here in temperate evergreen, which were hardwood, same tree over here will be softwood because humidity is less, cool temperate eastern margin. Am I clear on that? Mediterranean type of climate, citrus fruit, orange, figs, olives, grapes, right? They are associated with Mediterranean type of climate. Wherever throughout the world you will find Mediterranean type of climate, there you will find that the economy is based upon wine production. जहाँ भी Mediterranean type of climate है, economic angle वहाँ wine production होगा ही हो. So throughout the Europe, the region around Mediterranean, wine production take place. Australia, Perth, Fremantle known for wine production, Cape Town known for that, Valparaiso known for that, California region, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, they are also known for it. Am I clear on that? Here all three are correctly matched, that is option C, C for cat is the correct answer. Am I clear on that? 100%? कोई दिक्कत, कोई डाउट, कोई क्वेश्चन? NCERT class 7th, chapter on natural vegetation, 3 pages, 2006 NCERT. I am repeating, 2006 NCERT, chapter on natural vegetation, only 3 to 4 pages are there. और उसमें भी आधे में पिक्चर बनी है और बहुत बड़े फॉन्ट साइज में लिखा, फोटो वोटो बनी है पेड़ पौधे की और बहुत बड़े बड़े फॉन्ट साइज में लिखा, तो उसको पढ़ने में आपको हार्डली 20 मिनट लगेगा. गो थ्रू दैट वंस, यू विल नॉट फाइंड दैट NCERT इन द मार्केट ओवर हियर. ऑनलाइन आपको निकालना है, ऑनलाइन एक चैप्टर को उसको डाउनलोड कर लीजिए, पढ़ लीजिए, 2 बार 3 बार पढ़ लीजिए, एग्जाम में जाने के पहले कॉन्सेप्ट धीरे धीरे क्लियर होते जाए. Trans-siberian railway connects Pacific Ocean to Atlantic Ocean. Arrange the following railway stations of the same in order from west to east. Trans-Pacific Railway is given in NCERT or not? कौन से NCERT में? 12th में दिया. Yes, 7th या 8th में किसी में दिया. This is the Trans-Siberian Railway, the longest railway track of the world, Vladivostok to St. Petersburg. Vladivostok is on the eastern side, that is in Pacific Ocean. St. Petersburg is close to Baltic Sea region. So you have to arrange them from west to east. So if you go from west to east, it will be St. Petersburg, Krasnoyarsk, Chita, Vladivostok. इसमें तो मैंने 4 ही डाले, but in that map of NCERT, 7 to 8 stations are given. It's Vladivostok, Chita, Ulan-Ude, Krasnoyarsk, Novosibirsk, 2 or 3 more are there, and then Chelyabinsk, and the last is St. Petersburg. So all those stations you should know from east to west or west to east. जैसे आपको अच्छा लगे आपको याद करने हैं, करना ही पड़ेगा, करके रखेंगे तो हमेशा के लिए आसान रहेगा, ठीक है. So here the answer is 4, 3, 2, 1. Option D, D for dog, shall be the correct answer. Consider the following statements on minerals. Metallic minerals are generally found in igneous rocks. Metallic minerals इंडिया में कहाँ मिलते हैं? छोटा नागपुर प्लेटू में आयरन मिल रहा है, उड़ीसा में आपको मिल रहा है. Yes or no? They are having metallic minerals. And how Chota Nagpur plateau has been formed? Entire Chota Nagpur plateau is like a batholith. Ranchi plateau is a batholith. So batholith is what? Igneous. So they are igneous rocks. Yes, metallic minerals will be found in igneous rock. When Chota Nagpur plateau का formation पे, why Chota Nagpur plateau is having iron on the surface? जैसे छत्तीसगढ़ में और यहाँ पर आयरन आपको सरफेस में मिलता है, इरोजन हो गया. And these mountains that might had existed at the region of 𝐂𝐭 plateau, they were found when stratification of magma had not taken place. It is a property of the rotating body that the densest material move towards the center. So the iron and nickel move towards the center, that is the core, but when iron and nickel were not present at the core, it was very much available at the surface also. At that time folding took place and probably a mountain got formed over the region of 𝐂𝐭 plateau. So stratification of magma कि core में nickel और iron सब पहुंच जाएगा, ये अभी नहीं हो पाया, and at that time a mountain got formed and those mountains occupy the region of Odisha, Chhattisgarh, 𝐂𝐭 plateau region, and hence iron ore is present directly on the surface. Am I clear on that? So metallic minerals are generally found in igneous rocks. Non-metallic minerals are generally found in sedimentary rock. Non-metallic आपके mineral oil हो गए, petroleum हो गया, so they are found in sedimentary rock. Both the statement hold true. So option C, 𝐂𝐭 shall be the correct answer. Any doubt? Consider the following statements on population pyramids. Population pyramids are given in class 10th NCERT, and then section of population is given in class 11th NCERT also, class 12th NCERT also. Progressive population pyramid shows high birth rate and high death rate. Yes, the base of the pyramid is broad, it is tapering towards the top. So base of the pyramid broad है, इसका मतलब birth rate is very high. Tapering towards the top, यानी बहुत कम लोग हैं जो top तक पहुँच पा रहे. So death rate is also very high. Same written over here. A stationary population pyramid is bell shaped and shows balanced birth and death rate. Stationary, नीचे से ऊपर तक एक जैसा, बीच में थोड़ा सा bulge होगा, ऐसे होगा. So why? Number of children which are being born in a country, they are equal to the number of adults which are being eliminated from that particular region. So total population stabilizes, and that is stationary population pyramid. Regressive population pyramid shows low birth and death rate. Birth rate is very low and hence the base of the pyramid will be narrow. Top of the pyramid will be broad because everyone which is born in that particular region is able to reach the top age group. Why? Because everything is available, medical conditions, health conditions, hygienic, everything is up to the mark, and hence life expectancy is very high. So people live up till the highest slab present over there, right? So regressive population pyramid shows low birth rate and the death rate is also low, thereby aging population. So Japan, South Korea, Italy, are you getting that? Scandinavian countries, Norway, Sweden, Finland, they are having that. Stationary population pyramid कहाँ मिलेगा? France, Germany, USA, they are stabilized. Progressive population pyramid, sub-Sahara African countries, right? Even India, China are still in that category, but they are moving towards stabilization, right? So all the three statements hold true. Option C, 𝐂𝐭 shall be the correct answer. Consider following statements on Himalayas. They are known for their convex shape. Yes or no? Convex shape. You are looking from India. आपको ऊपर जाके देखने की क्या जरूरत है? आप इंडिया से देखिए. Convex shape. क्यों आप सोच रहे हैं हम चाइना जाके देखें? Convex shape, right? They are known to have marine fossils all across the Himalayas. Even Karakoram, Ladakh, Jaskar, you find marine fossils over there. They are originated from geosynclines. They have alpine tundra vegetation. What is a geosyncline? That is geosyncline. But the definition of geosyncline is what? Anyone? Yes, very good. The sedimentation that takes place in shallow water. So geosyncline is a shallow water body affected by immense and very high sedimentation. Excessive sedimentation, इतना ज़्यादा sedimentation जिसकी कोई limit नहीं. Heavy sedimentation, but the condition is shallow water body. So any sedimentation, heavy sedimentation taking place in shallow water body, that is called as a geosyncline. Whether it will be folded up or it will not be folded up, that is the secondary issue. If it is folded up, then it forms a fold mountain. So all the fold mountains of the world, whether it is Andes, Rockies, Alps, Appalachian, Ural, Himalayas, Great Dividing Range, they are all said to be formed from geosynclines, and hence and because of that every fold mountain is having traces of marine sediments, marine origin, marine fossils वहाँ पर मिलते हैं. So they are convex shape, correct. They are known to have marine fossils, correct. They are found from geosynclines. They have alpine tundra vegetation. Alpine tundra vegetation is Yesterday we discussed probably 8 to 10 months of snowfall and only 1 to 2 months to 3 months of region when the region is free from snowfall where the vegetation can grow. So no plant becomes a tree. Before a plant can become a tree, snowfall takes place and that gets buried, right? So snowfall is very high. A plant buried हो गया, organic matter snow के नीचे चला गया. So how will the soil change? Soil will become acidic, and snow covered regions are known for having acidic soil. So here all the 4 statements are correct. So all 4 option D for dog shall be the correct answer. Consider the following statements on features of northern plains. Second point has been raised by online class, some student over there. That should have been added from my side. That a geosyncline is having, it is a shallow water body. Second point is it must be having heavy sedimentation, and the third point it must be affected by subsidence. Subsidence होता जा रहा है, इसको समझ लीजिएगा subsidence कैसे हो रहा है. Kindly focus on the board for a second, everyone. Suppose this is a shallow water body, right? This is the water. Shallow water body is over here. Now here sedimentation is taking place, right? Sedimentation taking place. Now heavy sedimentation तो पूरा भर जाएगा, इतना ही sediment इकट्ठा हो पाए ना. After that, no more sedimentation. So what should happen? Once the sediment has taken place, sedimentation has taken place, then over the period of time it should be affected by subsidence, and the sediments were formed over here, and water is again maintaining its level. Again it is a shallow water body, and the second cycle of sedimentation takes place. Are you getting that? ये फिर नीचे चला जाए, again shallow water body, and the third cycle of sedimentation will take place over here. So the thickness of sediment will go on increasing. So subsidence is again a very important point that has to be associated with geosyncline. So UPSC may simply give you this statements that consider the following statements on geosyncline. It is affected by subsidence, it is a shallow water body. Are you getting that? It is affected by heavy sedimentation. All fold mountains of the world, or it may give maximum fold mountains of the world are formed from geosyncline. So all the statement will hold true. Consider the following statements on the features of northern plains of India. Bhabar of Ganga, Haridwar, Rishikesh. Cobbles, pebbles, big boulders, small boulders. It is correct. Tarai is the swampy marshy land, Dehradun region, that is the Tarai belt. Crossing Haridwar, from Haridwar up till Muradabad, Muradabad से थोड़ा पहले नजीबाबाद तक, that is all Tarai region, Tarai belt. Khadar, current floodplain of the river. So the current floodplain of the river, Bihar, West Bengal, right? That is the current floodplain of river Ganga. Bhangar, old floodplain of the river, NCR region, old floodplain. Yes or no? So middle Ganga plain, upper Ganga plain, that is included in the category of Bhangar. All 4 are correctly matched? Yes. So all 4, option D for dog shall be the correct answer. Which will be having higher fertility, Bhangar or Khadar? Naturally Tarai will be having higher fertility or Khadar? Naturally fertility तो Khadar में ही ज़्यादा होगी. Consider the following statements on eastern and western Ghats. Eastern Ghats are located south of river Mahanadi, that we were discussing yesterday only. Western Ghats are located south of river Tapi. South of river Tapi up till Kanyakumari. They are called as Western Ghats. Western Ghats act as water divide. The rivers originating on the western side of Western Ghat go towards Arabian Sea, and the rivers originating on the eastern side flow towards Bay of Bengal, right? So Sharavati, Netravati going towards Arabian Sea. Methi, Mandovi, Juari, Bharat Puja, Periyar, these are all the rivers which are going towards Arabian Sea. Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, Pennar, Vaigai, they are going towards Bay of Bengal. So all 3 statements hold true. Option C for cat shall be the correct answer. Consider the following statements on drainage. Ganga river system, depicts different types of drainage patterns? बताइए, yes or no? What type of drainage pattern? Dendritic, trellis, ट्रेलिस और डेंड्रिटिक तो पता है ना सबको, इट विल बी करेक्ट. गंगा रिवर सिस्टम इज एन एफ्लुएंट इन नेचर. एफ्लुएंट मीन्स व्हाट? सारे बैच में पढ़ाया मैं, कोई ऐसा बैच नहीं जिसमें मैंने ये पढ़ाया ना. वेरी गुड. River flows from low rainfall region to high rainfall region. So Ganga starts from low rainfall region, that is the Himalayas. Rainfall की बात हो रही है, precipitation की नहीं, snowfall की बात नहीं हो रही. It starts from low rainfall region and move towards the eastern side. Rainfall increases west to east, yes or no? So it moves from low rainfall to high rainfall. Indus river system is influent in nature. Influent. Indus flows from high rainfall to low rainfall. Sindh, Baluchistan, desert area, rainfall negligible. Himalayas, Karakoram, Trans-Himalaya, that is having more rainfall. So it flows from high rainfall to low rainfall. So it is influent. So all three statements hold true. Option C, C for cat is the correct answer. Am I clear on it? ये क्वेश्चन अभी रिपीट भी हो गया आगे, अभी आप देखिए. कंसिडर द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट्स. इन्फ्लुएंट एफ्लुएंट समझ में आ गया ना. पेनिनसुलर रिवर्स आर पासिंग थ्रू द लास्ट स्टेज ऑफ साइकिल ऑफ इरोजन. Peninsular rivers have eroded the plateaus. They have formed eroded hills and mountains over there, eastern Ghats. They are passing through the last stage of cycle of erosion. They are flowing over hard rocky bed. They cannot modify their river courses. पानी भी नहीं बचा उसमें ज़्यादा, उनमें ज़्यादा. So they are passing through the last stage of cycle of erosion. Correct. Peninsular river depict a linear profile, whereas Himalayan river depict a concave profile. Linear profile, concave profile, probably everyone might not be knowing. Just have a look on the board. अभी एक सेकेंड में क्लियर हो जाएगा. When we represent the rivers graphically, this is the height, 2000 meters, 4000 meters, 6000 meters, 8000 meters, right? Himalayan rivers, they are originating from this height and they are moving towards the ocean. These are Himalayan rivers. South Indian rivers originating from this height and moving towards the ocean, right? This is South Indian drainage and this is North Indian drainage. Ganga, Brahmaputra, Indus, Godavari, Mahanadi, Krishna, Kaveri, Pennar, Vaigai, they are moving in this manner. So this is called as concave profile, having the concave shape. This is almost straight, it is called as linear profile. So in channel morphology, you go through these terms, what is linear profile and what is concave profile. Am I clear on this? So peninsular rivers depict linear profile, whereas Himalayan rivers depict a concave profile. So this statement is correct. River regime of peninsular rivers show only one peak, unlike Himalayan rivers which depict two peaks. What is river regime? River regime, the discharge of water at the mouth of the river per unit time. That is called as the regime of the river. That how many cusecs of water is getting discharged at the mouth of the river per second, per minute, per hour or per day, whatever is the time slot. That is called as the regime of the river. And the statement is saying that river regime of peninsular rivers, यानी the quantity of water that is getting discharged by the rivers at their mouth, at their delta. Mouth का मतलब जहाँ वो समुद्र में मिल रही, where it is meeting the ocean. Mouth is not the origin. Mouth is the point where the river is ending. So river regime of the peninsular rivers show only one peak when the river regime is at its highest, and Himalayan rivers will depict two peaks, that twice in a year the water level or the quantity of water shoots up. in peninsular rivers only once a year water level shoots up, that is meant by only one peak, and here it is two peaks. Why it is so? Because South Indian rivers are dependent only on monsoon, rain fed. Are you getting that? So when monsoon is at its zenith, river regime increases. तो monsoon एक ही बार ऊपर जाएगा ना, साल में कितनी बार जाएगा? जून, जुलाई, अगस्त, सितंबर, अक्टूबर, खत्म, राइट? नॉर्थ इंडियन रिवर्स में summer season starts, current season going on, so melting of snow is taking place and hence water level increases. And then again monsoon will also increase the water level. So two peaks, twice a year river regime increases in place of Himalayan rivers, Indus, Ganga, Brahmaputra and all the tributaries. उन सब का water level ऊपर हो जाएगा twice a year during spring to early summer melt season and during monsoon. South Indian rivers में सिर्फ एक बार होगा, that is during monsoon. Am I clear on that? So this statement also holds true. Peninsular rivers have a higher coefficient of variation than Himalayan rivers. देखिए वेरिएशन हमेशा वहां पर होता है जहां पर क्वांटिटी कम, वेरिएशन विल नॉट बी हाई वेयर द क्वांटिटी इज वेरी हाई. So North Indian rivers are having sufficient ample amount of water, Ganga, Brahmaputra, Indus, थोड़ा सा फ्लक्चुएशन होगा तो परसेंटेज फ्लक्चुएशन विल बी लेस, but where the quantity of water is already less, there the fluctuation will be high. Am I clear on that? बात समझ में आ रही? कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ वेरिएशन ये कहाँ दिया? एनसीईआरटी में दिया, क्लास 11th इंडिया फिजिकल, 11th की एनसीईआरटी इंडिया फिजिकल चैप्टर ऑन मानसून, मानसून के वेरिएबिलिटी को लेकर उन्होंने कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ वेरिएशन पूरा समझाया हुआ है, ठीक है. सो इवन इफ यू टॉक अबाउट रेनफॉल, so coefficient of variation where the variability in rainfall will be high. आप सबको जो हैंडआउट्स मिले हैं पीएमपी वालों को और जीएस फाउंडेशन वालों को, उसमें भी है. Variation in rainfall will be more in case of Thar desert as compared to Meghalaya, as compared to Western Ghat, as compared to northeast of India. Variation of rainfall will be more in case of Leh and Ladakh as compared to northern plains of India, because Leh and Ladakh is having less rainfall as compared to northern plains of India. तो वेरिएशन लेह लद्दाख में ज़्यादा होगा. थार डेजर्ट इज हैविंग वेरी लेस रेनफॉल एज कम्पेयर टू एनी अदर रीजन, तो वेरिएशन वहाँ पे ज़्यादा होगा. जहाँ पर रेनफॉल कम होगी वहाँ वेरिएशन ज़्यादा होगा. दैट इज द कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ वेरिएशन, एंड इट इज सेइंग दैट पेनिनसुलर रिवर्स आर हैविंग अ हायर कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ वेरिएशन देन हिमालयन रिवर्स. सो इट इज करेक्ट. आर यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? समझ में आ रहा है ना? यस, yes or no? All four are correct. Option D, D for dog, is the correct answer. Consider the following statement. River Shyok originates from Rimo Glacier. सियाचिन नहीं है. Nubra originates from Siachen Glacier. Rimo Glacier is a part of Siachen only. Rimo is an extension of Siachen and that is named separately as Rimo Glacier. So at many times Rimo Glacier is called as an extended arm of Siachen. ठीक है. तो यूपीएससी में अगर स्टेटमेंट इस तरह का आ जाता है कि रिवर श्योक ओरिजिनेट्स फ्रॉम सियाचिन, यू कैन नॉट रूल इट आउट अनलेस एंड अनटिल इट इज स्पेसिफाइड. कुछ और अगर नहीं लिखा है तो आप उसको ऐसे रूल आउट मत करिएगा, बिकॉज रिमो ग्लेशियर इज कंसिडर्ड एज एन एक्सटेंडेड आर्म ऑफ सियाचिन ओनली. ठीक है. रिवर श्योक ओरिजिनेट्स फ्रॉम रिमो इज करेक्ट. नोब्रा ओरिजिनेट्स फ्रॉम सियाचिन इज करेक्ट. नोब्रा इज अ ट्रिब्यूटरी ऑफ रिवर श्योक. yesterday only we were discussing. So all three are correct. Option C, C for cat, shall be the correct answer. Am I clear on that? Consider the following statements. River Indus flows from high rainfall to low rainfall. River Ganga flows from low rainfall to high rainfall. Ambala acts as a water divide between Indus and Ganga river systems. Yes? Ambala is a water divide, yes or no? Yes, it is a water divide. Ambala acts as a water divide. Ambala को जैसे ही आप क्रॉस करते हैं, as soon as you cross Ambala and move towards चंडीगढ़, आपको सतलज की ट्रिब्यूटरीज मिलना शुरू हो जाएंगी. सतलज को इनफैक्ट आप क्रॉस करेंगे. When you will be going towards Ambala, after crossing Ambala, you will be crossing Satluj, going to Chandigarh. Are you getting my point? So it is a water divide. उसके नॉर्थ उनकी रिवर जो है वो they are all part and parcel of Indus river system. Ambala के साउथ की all rivers are part and parcel of Ganga river system. So all three statements hold true. So all three, option C, C for cat, will be the correct answer. Consider the following statements. Brahmaputra flows through a ramp valley. What is the ramp valley? Anyone who can explain Ramp Valley? What is the Ramp Valley? Anyone? When the two blocks are moving up and the central block is moving down. So it is basically a modification of Rift Valley only, but Rift Valley can be formed if one of the block is moving down or one of the block is moving up. That is also Rift Valley. So for the formation of Rift Valley, what do you need? You need a fault. After formation of fault, suppose this is one block, this is another block, this is another block, and one of the block starts moving. One of the block moves down. One of the block moves down. This is the Rift Valley. This block moves up. Even then, Rift Valley. Ramp Valley में क्या हो रहा है? These two blocks. This block is going up. This block is also going up, and this block may be moving down. Right? So the type of Rift Valley only. But it's a specific case when on both the sides there is a block going up and a central block moving down. So a rift is getting formed not only by the downward movement of this graben, but also with the upward movement of these hosts. That is called as a Ramp Valley. Hanging Valley footwall, hanging wall footwall याद है? Faults में मैंने पढ़ाया था hanging wall footwall, hanging wall moving up, hanging wall moving down. That all will be applied over here. Brahmaputra flows through a ramp valley. This is the correct statement. River Subansiri is the largest tributary of Brahmaputra, locally known as Gold River. Gold River कहते हैं सर? Swarnashri. The river was originally known as Swarnashri. इसमें गोल्ड डिपॉजिट्स मिलते हैं इसके सैंड में दोनों तरफ बैंक्स में. अब नहीं मिलते, मिलते थे. So it is called as Gold River. Lohit, Dibang, Dhansiri and Kopili, these are the left bank tributaries of Brahmaputra. चारों को पता है ना? सोच लो. Kameng, Manas and Tista are the right bank tributaries of Brahmaputra. Right? All the four statements hold true. So all four, option D for dog, shall be the correct answer. Consider the following statements. Gandhi Sagar is on river Narmada, Chambal. Indra Sagar is on river Chambal, Narmada. Vallabh Sagar is on river Tapi. कहाँ पर है? कौन से स्टेट में? बिहार. Someone said Bihar. Gujarat. Vallabh Sagar is in Gujarat on river Tapi. See, Vallabh Sagar is different dam. गोविंद वल्लभ पंत सागर is different. और एक और भी है गोविंद सागर डैम, that is different. गोविंद वल्लभ पंत सागर ये रिहंद पे है उत्तर प्रदेश में. गोविंद सागर डैम इज ऑन सतलज and this Vallabh Sagar is on Tapi. So statement 3 is correct. 1 and 2 are mismatched. Gandhi Sagar is on Chambal, Indra Sagar is on Narmada. So only one, option A for apple, shall be the correct answer. Only 5 rivers, namely Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati, Shipra and Godavari, are associated with Kumbh. धर्म कर्म से हमारा मतलब ही कहाँ जो हमको पता होगा. Right now Kumbh is going on or not? No Kumbh is going on. नासिक में होगा, हरिद्वार में भी होगा. हरिद्वार में अर्थ कुंभ है, नासिक में कोई दूसरा वाला कुंभ है. भाजपा की सरकार है, एक साथ 4-5 कुंभ होने में क्या दिक्कत है? Only 5 rivers, namely Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati. गंगा यमुना सरस्वती कॉन्फ्लुएंस एट प्रयागराज. शिप्रा कहाँ पर है? उज्जैन. गोदावरी नासिक. So these are the rivers which are associated with Kumbh, only these 5 rivers. River Shipra is a tributary of river Chambal. चंबल की नहीं है, चेक कर लो एक बार. शिप्रा, उज्जैन is located on river Shipra. Ujjain is located on river Shipra and Shipra is a tributary of Chambal. Check for that, it is correct. River Shipra is a tributary of Chambal. All 3 statements are correct over here. आप verify कर लीजिएगा, कुछ गलत हो तो बताइएगा. All 3 are correct. So option C, C for cat is the correct answer. आप ही लोगों की वजह से मुझे चंबल और बेतवा को मिला दिया था आपस में. ENSO positive is bad for Indian monsoon. PDO negative is good for Indian monsoon. ENSO and PDO may supplement or counterbalance each other. Yes. या तो दोनों मानसून पे इम्पैक्ट को बढ़ा देंगे या दोनों कम कर देंगे, और अपोजिट हुआ तो काउंटर बैलेंस कर देंगे. यस और नो. द क्वेश्चन में बी आस्क्ड इन अदर लैंग्वेज आल्सो. इफ, ये भी समझ में आ रहा है, एनसो पीडीओ पता है ना सबको. इफ एनसो एंड पीडीओ आर इन द सेम फेज, if ENSO and PDO are in the same phase, then it will exaggerate its impact over Indian monsoon. Exaggerate है. If both are in the same phase, it will exaggerate the impact over Indian monsoon. I am not saying plus or minus. ऐसे कैसे नहीं, पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव तो बता ही नहीं रहा ना. मैं तो कह रहा हूँ बोथ आर इन द सेम फेज, या तो दोनों पॉजिटिव या दोनों नेगेटिव है. So if both are positive, monsoon will be drastically reduced. If both are negative, monsoon will be drastically increased. तो exaggerate तो कर दिया, चाहे ऊपर ले जाए चाहे नीचे ले जाए. Are you getting that? Other statement can be if PDO and ENSO are in opposite phases. If PDO and ENSO are in opposite phases, they may counterbalance each other. ठीक है. इसी में आईओडी को भी आप ला सकते हैं, आईओडी पॉजिटिव आईओडी नेगेटिव. ठीक है. अभी एनसो पीडीओ समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा? 100%. कोई डाउट तो नहीं है इसमें किसी को? कॉन्फिडेंस से बोल दो नहीं. ये गुड और बैड इंडियन मानसून के लिए, ओनली फॉर इंडियन मानसून, नॉट फॉर एंटायर वर्ल्ड. ENSO positive is bad, PDO positive is bad, IOD positive is good. ENSO negative is good, PDO negative is good, IOD negative is bad. Are you getting that? ENSO positive is bad for Indian monsoon, but India benefits by that to some extent. Suppose ऐसा कोई statement आया घुमा फिरा के, I was not able to frame the statement very nicely. मान लीजिए यूपीएससी ने फ्रेम कर दिया. So the question comes up, ENSO positive is always bad for India. ENSO positive is having a positive impact also. Cyclones को कम कर देगा Bay of Bengal, right? In the same manner, PDO positive is always bad. No, it is not always bad. IOD negative is bad for Indian monsoon. Always. It strengthens the Bay of Bengal branch of Indian monsoon. Even when IOD is negative, it will strengthen the Bay of Bengal branch of Indian monsoon and will have some positive impact over Indian monsoon. But for India, Arabian Sea branch plays a lead role and hence it is considered as bad. This will strengthen Arabian Sea branch. This will strengthen Bay of Bengal branch. But Bay of Bengal branch also goes to Myanmar, also goes to Southeast Asia. Bay of Bengal branch is not entirely for India. Arabian Sea branch is maximum 90% for this country, India only, and hence when it is good, Indian monsoon is considered as good. Am I clear on that? 100%. So here all the three statements are correct. So all three options C, C4 cat will be the correct answer. Consider the following statement. Coriolis force is a directional force. Coriolis force acts perpendicular to pressure gradient force. Pressure gradient force acts perpendicular to isobars. Any doubt? Doubt है? Clear है सबको? पक्का ना? All three option C, C4 cat is the correct answer. लेकिन जहाँ doubt हो पूछ लीजिएगा. Consider the following weather processes related to subtropical westerly jet stream. Winter rainfall in India, onset of Indian monsoon, snowfall over Himalayas, snowfall over Tibet. Which of the above are affected by jet streams? Winter rainfall over India, subtropical westerly jet stream, western disturbances, onset of Indian monsoon. When the jet stream completely withdraws from the mainland of India, it shifts to northern side of Himalaya, onset of monsoon will take place. Snowfall over Himalayas, right now snowfall जो हो रहा है वो इसी की वजह से हो रहा है. Snowfall over Tibet, same reason. So all four, option D, D for dog shall be the correct answer. Consider the following statements on Indian monsoon. But it's not like that. The PDF that is uploaded for the online student is one and the same. You might be opening some other PDF, please cross check. Consider the following statements on Indian monsoon. Northeast monsoon is more vigorous than southwest monsoon. Onset of monsoon is rapid but withdrawal is a slow process. Onset of monsoon is very fast, quick, rapid. Withdrawal is a gradual process. That is correct. Statement 1. Northeast monsoon कहाँ पे आता है? Coromandel coast. Bay of Bengal branch Coromandel coast पे है. Northeast monsoon has nothing to do with northeast of India. Clear है ना? Northeast monsoon is by the northeast trade winds that take place on the Coromandel coast of India. That cannot be as vigorous as southwest monsoon. The reason is that when the southwest monsoon is there, intense low pressure of Tibet, Pacific decadal oscillation, ENSO negative, high temperature over northern plains of India, they all act as a pull factor. And when they act as a pull factor, the monsoon becomes vigorous. Monsoon trough, low pressure trough, ITCZ, that moves haphazardly, that adds to the vigorous nature of monsoon. During northeast monsoon, winds are simply going towards monsoon trough, that is ITCZ. ITCZ is already there south of India, that is not located on Coromandel coast. Are you getting that? So at that time when the winds are causing rainfall on the Coromandel coast, they are causing rainfall only by normal convection and some orographic effect. बात समझ में आ रही मेरी? ITCZ नहीं है Coromandel coast. Monsoon trough is not over there. So why the rainfall is taking place? Simple convection, simple orographic effect, right? So it cannot be as vigorous as southwest monsoon. So statement 1 is wrong. Statement 2 is correct. So 2 only, option B, B for boy shall be the One only option A for apple shall be the correct answer. Select the correct pairs from the following. Barren land is the land that becomes unproductive. Barren, Usar, Reh, Kalar, these are all the terms used in different locations of the country. Culturable wasteland, which is culturable but not cultivated since last 5 years. Current fallow, not cultivated for 1 year or less than 1 agricultural year. Other than current fallow, इसके अलावा जो कुछ है, so 1 to 5 years, right? All the 4 are correctly matched, given in class 10th NCERT. UPSC ने इस पे क्वेश्चन पूछा नहीं है, पूछ लेगा कभी, पढ़ लीजिएगा एक बार. Option D, D for dog, all 4 will be the correct answer. Consider the following statements in relation to isostasy. Isostasy पढ़ा है आपने? All relief features are said to exist in isostatic equilibrium. Mountains have deeper roots than plains and plateaus. Isostasy, do you know anything about isostasy? Isostasy, huh? Huh? Yes. Okay. General awareness ले लीजिए बस. Suppose this is a container, right? It is filled with some sort of liquid medium. You are having one bar, another bar, third, right? This is one type of material, another type of material, third type of material, having different volume, different density, सब कुछ इनका different, right? इनका अपना density, इनका अपना सब कुछ different है एक दूसरे से. Now you do what? You insert this in liquid medium. So as soon as this solid part enters the liquid medium, it will displace the liquid medium. Force of buoyancy will be applied, and it starts floating over here, right? This part is placed in the same liquid medium. It is floating over here. This part is placed over here, and it is floating over. ये थोड़ा ज़्यादा बड़ा हो गया, मान लो उसको. Right. Now, as per the force of buoyancy, this is a longer relief feature. These are relief features on the surface of Earth. तो इसको मान लीजिए mountain, इसको मान लीजिए plateau, इसको मान लीजिए plain. Are you getting that? The concept of isostasis is that if any relief feature is projected above the surface of Earth, that is lithosphere, and its liquid medium is asthenosphere, then into 9 times is the root present in asthenosphere. So if one part is visible above this liquid medium, 9 parts are inside water. That is the concept of isostasy. And if Mount Everest is standing like that, then into 9, 8848 meters into 9, so 9 into 8, 72 kilometers almost it should be having its root in asthenosphere. Are you getting that? This is the concept of isostasy, that all relief feature are standing in isostatic equilibrium. जितना ऊपर है उसका into 8, किसी ने into 8 समझाया, किसी ने into 9 समझाया, that part is under this medium. That is isostatic equilibrium. So mountains, plains, plateaus, all relief features exist in isostatic equilibrium. Am I clear on that? 100%. Same has been written over here. All relief features are said to exist in isostatic equilibrium. Mountains have deeper roots and then plains and plateaus. So higher the height of the relief, deeper will be the root. Plain की height कम है, root भी कम होगी. Plateau की height उससे ज़्यादा है, root will be deeper. Mountain की height सबसे ज़्यादा और mountains में compare contrast आ गया. So which will be having a deeper root, Guru Shikhar or Everest? Everest will be having a deeper root. Am I clear on that? So both 1 and 2, option C, C for cat will be the correct answer. Alluvial soils are azonal soils. Alluvial soils are azonal soils. Azonal means what? Parent rock is not present where the soil is present. Black soil are zonal soil. Parent rock वहीं पर है. Laterite soils are a type of pedal fur. Pedal fur is what? Ped, al, fur. Ped means soil, aluminium, iron. So soil rich in aluminium and iron, pedal fur. Laterite is rich in iron and aluminium. Yes or no? It is a pedal fur. Second thing with pedal fur is what? It is found in 100 centimeter plus rainfall. So if rainfall is more than 100 centimeter, it forms pedal fur soil. So laterite soil are a type of pedal fur. Podzols are acidic and leached. Podzol is what? Silica, aluminium, iron. ये तीन चीजें हैं, right? Silica moves down, aluminium iron remains in top layer. You get laterite. Aluminium iron नीचे चला गया, silica ऊपर रह गया. You get podzols. Are you getting my point? So if silica remains in top, you get podzol. Podzol will be formed in which type of climate? It will be found in cold climate, cold, humid climate. Laterite will be found where? Hot, humid. Hot, humid climate में iron, aluminium remains on top, silica moves down. Cold, humid में silica remains on top, iron, aluminium moves down. That forms podzols. Am I clear on that? Pedocul are alkaline and enriched in calcium. Pedocul soils are basically those soils which are having 100 centimeter से कम बारिश. Rainfall is less than 100 centimeter. Pedocul, they are found in semi-arid and arid regions of the world. So arid regions में desert area, semi-arid region, there you will find pedocul. They are alkaline and enriched in calcium, जैसे राजस्थान की soil. Are you getting that? So that type of soil will be having pedocul. Salinity भी हो सकती है इसमें, and the nature of the soil may also be sandy. Am I clear on that? All the four statements are correct over here. So all four, option C, option D, D for dog, shall be the correct answer. झूम एग्रीकल्चर और इनके नाम कहाँ पे दिए हुए? एनसीईआरटी क्लास 10th. लडांग इज इन इंडोनेशिया, करेक्ट और नॉट? लडांग इंडोनेशिया में है. रे इज इन वियतनाम. दोनों आदित्य चुपचाप बैठे हुए हैं. रे इज इन वियतनाम, यस और नो? चाइना, श्रीलंका, टोंगिया, म्यांमार. याद कर लो भैया, पढ़ लो. 10-12 एनसीईआरटी में दिए हैं, टोटल 20-25 है, उनको याद कर लीजिए. These are from NCERT only. Ladang is in Indonesia, Ray is in Vietnam, Chena is in Sri Lanka, Tonga is in Myanmar, Roca is in Brazil, Milpa is in Central America, Mashole is in Africa, Roca Brazil में, Ray वियतनाम में, हुम्मा जुम्मा इंडोनेशिया में, हो खुरपा बेनिन टोगो में, श्रीलंका में छेना, कमरई मडागास्कर में, मेडागास्कर. इंडिया में भी अलग अलग नाम है, एमपी में अलग, उड़ीसा में अलग, वेस्टर्न घाट्स में अलग, राजस्थान में अलग. पढ़ लो. Here all four are correctly matched. Option D, D for dog. Consider the following crops. जब तक यूपीएससी ने कोपेन पे क्वेश्चन पूछे नहीं थे ना पिछले 4-5 साल में, तब तक कोई कोपेन पढ़ने की कोशिश भी नहीं करता. अब सब पढ़ने लगे. उसी तरह जब क्वेश्चन आ जाएगा तब सब पढ़ने लगे. Which of these are correctly matched? Wheat is a kharif crop. Rabi है. Barley is Rabi. Peas is Zaid. Correct है ना? Gram is kharif. Wheat, barley, peas, gram, mustard, ये जो 5 लिखे ना, पांचों के पांचों रबी क्रॉप्स. All 5 are रबी क्रॉप्स. अब जहां जहां रबी लिखा उसको सही मान लीजिए, बाकी सब गलत. Wheat, barley, peas, gram and mustard. All 5 are Rabi crops that are grown in winters over northern plains of India: wheat, barley, peas, gram, mustard. अच्छा इतना तो पता होगा ना कि रबी विंटर में है कि समर में, इसमें तो डाउट नहीं है। तो यार इतना तो दिमाग कॉमन सेंस होना चाहिए ना कि मटर कब आती है, नवंबर में शुरू होगी और मार्च अप्रैल तक खत्म हो, इस समय आ रही है मटर मार्केट में। फ्रोजन तो छोड़ दो यार, फ्रोजन से क्या मतलब, नेचुरल इट इज नॉट कमिंग। ग्राम, चना, होली पे तो आता है चना, गन्ना, होली लोग होली जब होती है तो होली पे वो चना नहीं बिक रहा होता है, उसको लोग होलिका में ले जाके गोल गोल घुमा के भून के खा रहे होते हैं, ये सुनो, तो वो भी तभी आता है। मस्टर्ड क्या होता है, सरसों कब होता है, गेहूं के साथ ही। तुझे देखा तो ये जाना सनम, मूवी देखी ना, नहीं देखी होगी, दिलवाले दुल्हनिया ले, गाना तो सुना ही होगा यार, बड़ी फेमस मूवी। मराठा मंदिर अभी भी चला रहा है, नहीं पता, मराठा मंदिर का नाम सुना है। तो mustard is also a Rabi crop. Here two are Rabi, barley and mustard, they are correct, remaining are wrong. All are Rabi crops. Option B, nahin. Option A, only two. Consider the following statements on iron ore regions. Guru Mahisani and Badam Pahad are located in Odisha. Bailadila and Dalli Rajhara are located in Chhattisgarh. Yes? Chikmagalur, Tumkur, Chitradurg, Karnataka. Yes or no? And this one, Sindhudurg, Gondia, Chandrapur, they are in Maharashtra. All four are correctly matched. So option D, D for dog. Now class 11th NCERT, 11 to 12th NCERTs. Beta, online, those who are attending, you have written, sir, can you explain? I don't know on what question you wrote. So whenever you are writing anything, I am not continuously looking at the chat. Please write in totality on what you want an explanation. Someone has written origin is somewhere else. Origin of what? Can we start? अभी तक कोई क्वेश्चन, कोई डाउट? Loss of primordial atmosphere. Hydrogen and helium were stripped off by solar winds. Degassing gases were output from the hot interior of Earth through volcanoes. Modification by photosynthesis. Very easy question. All three are correct. Option C, C for cat. Consider the following statements. Mining and volcanism provide limited information on Earth's interior. Yes or no? Mining में we cannot go beyond a certain depth, and volcanism we are not knowing from what depth the material is coming out. So statement number 2, seismology and geomagnetism provide complete information on Earth's interior. It is not complete, it is assessment only. Yes or no? So statement 2 becomes wrong and statement 1 becomes right. So one only, option A for apple shall be the correct answer. Am I clear on that? S waves are like light waves and P waves are like sound waves. S waves are transverse, light waves. P waves are longitudinal, like sound waves. P waves result in compression and rarefaction. P waves compresses the material, squeezes, releases, squeeze, release करता रहता. P waves are faster than S waves. So all three hold correct. Option C, C for cat, shall be the correct answer. Consider the following statements on earthquake. S wave has a larger shadow zone than P wave. S wave is having a much larger shadow zone than P wave. R wave and L wave, that is the surface waves, do not have any shadow zone. A shadow zone for R and L wave can be formed or not? No, it cannot be formed. Intensity of an earthquake reduces away from epicenter. At epicenter, intensity will be maximum. As you move away from epicenter, the total intensity will go on reducing. Intensity is measured by which scale? ऐसे मत करो यार, हाँ तो दो ही होते हैं, अब एक नहीं है तो दूसरा तो हो गई. magnitude is measured by Richter scale and moments magnitude scale, MMS scale, and intensity is measured by modified Mercalli scale. Modified Mercalli scale is having a scale 1 to 12 and it is a closed ended scale. रीडिंग 1 से कम नहीं हो सकती, 12 के ऊपर नहीं जा सकती, राइट. रिक्टर स्केल इज अ ओपन एंडेड स्केल हैविंग स्केल 0 to 10, logarithmic scale log value of 10, and moments magnitude scale is an improvised version. It is used for larger earthquakes. And why it gives more accurate reading? Because it takes into consideration the local lithology of the place. Rock structure कैसा है? Is the rock structure having joints or not? What is the nature of the rock? Metamorphic rock, igneous rock, sedimentary rock. All these components are studied, and hence MMS scale gives a far better reading as compared to Richter scale, specifically when we are talking about large earthquakes. Am I clear on that? यहाँ पर क्या होगा? All three. Option C for cat. Consider the following statements on mantle. It constitutes a part of lithosphere. Yes. It is separated from crust by Moho discontinuity. It is separated from core by Gutenberg discontinuity. Right? Upper crust and lower crust separated by Conrad discontinuity. Crust and mantle by Moho. Upper mantle and lower mantle by Repetit. Mantle and core by Gutenberg. Outer core and inner core by Lehman. So here statement, both the statements are correct. All three statements are correct, yes or no? Mantle is having top solid part, which is a part of lithosphere. Below that it is a asthenosphere, viscous in nature. Below that it is mesosphere, solid in state. Below that it is pyrosphere, solid in state. ये नया classification. Old classification के हिसाब से it was having upper mantle and lower mantle. So lithosphere, upper crust, upper mantle, lower mantle, right? Consider the following. इसका मिल गया ना आंसर? Consider the following statements. Fluid lava is associated with shield volcanoes. Shield volcanoes are less in height, broad. So highly fluid lava moves up and then spreads horizontally. Because it is fluid, it covers a long distance before getting solidified. Are you getting that? Viscous lava is associated with composite volcanoes. Composite volcanoes are tall mount-like structures. Lava is viscous, it moves out, it flows slowly and hence cools down in vicinity of the mountain itself. So develops a tall structure, composite volcano. Magma chamber of calderas is considered to exist at shallow depth. Correct or not? Because the magma chamber is at shallow depth, hence it is able to create an explosion over there. Magma chamber is not deep over here. Magma chamber is very close to the vent. शायद 1, 2, 3, 4 किलोमीटर पर ही होता. And it is so very close to the vent that it creates an explosion. If the magma chamber would have existed at deeper or at more depth, then explosion would not have taken place on the surface. So calderas are associated with magma chambers at shallow depth, less depth. All three statements hold true. So option C for cat shall be the correct answer. Clear on that? Consider the following pairs: leccolith, convex to sky. Convex to sky. आपको सोचना नहीं नीचे खड़े के ऊपर, sky से पूछ रहा. Convex to sky. Lepolith concave to sky. Paccolith wavy material. Sheets thin and horizontal. Convex to sky का मतलब क्या हो गया? ऐसे हो गया. Lepolith ऐसे हो गया. Paccolith wavy material like this. Sheets horizontal deposition. Thin. They are sheet. Thick हो जाएगा तो क्या कहेंगे? Sill. If it is thick and horizontal, it is called as sill. If it is thin and horizontal, it is called as sheet. Vertical is called as dike. Perpendicular to ground. Dike. ठीक है ना? intrusive volcanic landforms हैं ये? So all four are correctly matched. Option D, D for dog. Consider the following statements. Conventional currents are present in mantle. Correct or not? Residual heat and radioactive decay cause thermal differences in mantle. So residual heat, that is the heat emanating out from the interior of Earth, and radioactive decay are the source of energy due to which convectional currents get formed over there. So both are correct, and second is explanation of statement 1. So option A for apple shall be the correct answer. Continental crust is older than oceanic crust, yes or no? Oceanic crust is new in origin because it is affected by subsidence. Continental crust is not affected by subsidence or subduction, and hence it is old. Continents are more diverse than oceanic bottoms. Oceanic bottoms are having a higher diversity than continental land masses. What is the reason behind that? Okay. तो लैंड में भी रिफ्ट वैली बनेगी तो ऐसे ही बनेगी ना. ओके चलिए ठीक है, मान लेते हैं आपकी बात. Tectonic activity is more pronounced, more prominent below oceanic bottom. Reason is what? Asthenosphere is more extensive. Tectonic activity क्यों हो रही है? Because of the convectional currents. Convectional currents are present where? Asthenosphere. Asthenosphere is more extensive below oceanic bottoms as compared to continental landmass. आपको लोगों को मैंने एक ये वाला फिगर बना के दिखाया था, अगर आपको याद हो. Can you recall that? This was the continental part, this is the oceanic part, this is oceanic lithosphere, this is continental lithosphere. Asthenosphere यहाँ तक, यहाँ asthenosphere is more extensive, तो powerful convection current तो यहाँ होगी ना. So oceanic bottom is having more tectonically active as compared to continental land masses, and hence oceanic bottom are far more diverse as compared to continental land masses. Am I clear on that? जो आप कह रहे हो वो भी सही है, but अगर आप ऐसे लिखोगे ना तो it will be more convincing. बात आप कह वही रहे हो, right? But related to convectional current. ठीक है? नहीं, लिथोस्फीयर के कॉन्टेक्स्ट में. इन्वायरमेंट में तो आप जाएंगे तो ओशन आपने अभी 1% जाना, आपको पता ही नहीं, तो आप कैसे कंपेयर करेंगे जिसके बारे में आपको पता ही नहीं. हम सबसे शक्तिशाली हैं, किससे ज्यादा शक्तिशाली हैं? जो मार्स पर रहता है. अरे अमेरिका से शक्तिशाली बनो तो जाने, चाइना को लड़ा लो पहले. ओशन वी डोंट नो ना, only not even 1% of the ocean has been deciphered up till now. So unless and until it is discovered, you cannot say that which region is more diverse. But as per our current understanding, अगर हम किसी एक स्पीशी पे जाते हैं तो कोरल इज द मोर डाइवर्सिफाइड स्पीशी. अगर हम रीजन पे जाते हैं तो रेन फॉरेस्ट आर द मोर डाइवर्सिफाइड रीजन, राइट. सो हियर statement 1 is correct, 2 is wrong, 1 only, option A for apple. Consider the following statements. Faults are generally associated with shallow focus earthquake. Trenches are generally associated with deep seated earthquakes. Zone of subduction is known as Benioff. Fault याद है ना? Crack, slipping. So fault is there. So slipping is taking place on the crust itself, top part only. So it is not very deep, shallow, 20-25-30 kilometer, right? So it is shallow focus earthquake. Trenches, one of the plate subducting below another plate, it breaks up, forms a trench, and that is very deep. So deep seated earthquake by trenches. Zone of subduction is generally called as Benioff. So all three statements hold true. Option C, 𝐂𝐭𝐴𝐻 shall be the correct answer. Consider the following features: trench, fold mountains, mid-oceanic ridges and island arcs. How many of the above are directly related to divergence? How many of the above are directly related to divergence? Which two are related to divergence? Trench is formed by oceanic convergence or oceanic continental convergence? Yes or no? Fold mountains, continental convergence or oceanic continental convergence? Island arcs? Ocean convergence. Philippine Island and Trench, Mariana Island and Trench, Japan Island and Trench, Ryukyu Island and Trench, Aleutian Island and Trench, यही तो island arc है. So island arcs are the result of oceanic convergence, not divergence. By divergence you will get mid-oceanic ridges. So only one mid-oceanic ridges are the result of divergence. UPSC has asked the mains question. Explain the reasons behind the formation of thousands of island arcs in जापान एंड फिलीपींस आर्चिपेलागो, नहीं इंडोनेशिया एंड फिलीपींस आर्चिपेलागो पूछा है ना ये. तो इंडोनेशिया और फिलीपींस के पास में हो क्या रहा है? कन्वर्जेंस ही तो हो रहा है. दैट इज ओशियनिक कन्वर्जेंस गोइंग ऑन. नहीं मानते हो कि खोल के दिखाऊं मैप? So option A, only one will be the correct answer. Consider the following statements. Rotation of Earth impacts the movement of plates. रोटेशन ऑफ अर्थ से मूवमेंट ऑफ प्लेट इंपैक्ट होगा कि नहीं होगा? होगा ना? करेक्ट. हॉटस्पॉट वोल्केनिज्म हेल्प्स टू अंडरस्टैंड द डायरेक्शन एंड द रेट ऑफ प्लेट मूवमेंट. हॉटस्पॉट वोल्केनिज्म, mantle plume, hot molten material moving up in a stenosphere. It is very strong. It hits the lithosphere, creates a rupture in the lithosphere and moves out. When it moves out, it forms a volcano and the plate is moving like that. ठीक है? So plate ऐसे मूव कर रही है. वोल्केनिज्म यहाँ पर हो रहा है, यहाँ पे ऐसे वोल्केनो बन गया, फिर प्लेट आगे निकल गई, फिर यहाँ वोल्केनो बन गया, फिर प्लेट आगे निकल गई, वोल्केनो यहाँ पे. आर यू गेटिंग दैट? सो फर्स्ट वोल्केनो, सेकंड वोल्केनो, थर्ड वोल्केनो. So in which direction is the plate moving? We get to know by this formation of volcano. पता है ना? So both the statement holds true. Option C, 𝐂𝐭𝐴𝐻 shall be the correct answer. Ridge is tall and steep. Rise is wide and gentle. ये जब पहला नो है तो दूसरा भी नो होगा. दोनों एक तो है नहीं, दोनों तो अगर पहला गलत है दूसरा भी गलत है. तीसरे को क्या माने? अच्छा पहले दो को आप लोगों ने मान लिया कि पहला गलत है दूसरा सही है. Ridge is tall and steep, yes or no? Yes. Ridge is tall, steep. Rise is wide, gentle. Mid-oceanic ridge. First statement, ridge is tall and steep is correct. Rise is wide and gentle, that is also correct. Third statement, ridge is formed by slow plate movement. When the plate movement is slow, small amount of lava moves out, solidifies there and only. So the height keeps on increasing. Rise is formed by fast plate movement. Gap is more molten material moves out and spreads over a larger area before being solidified. देखिए material जितना बाहर निकलेगा, the amount of molten material that will move out, that will require some time to solidify. If the material is moving out at a faster rate, it will spread before getting solidified. Are you getting my point? So it is spread horizontally. When it will spread horizontally, it will form rise, and when it will solidify quickly in the close vicinity of the opening, it will form ridge. So when the rate of plate movement is slow, then less material moves out and less material will solidify quickly. So it will not be able to cover a large distance. So it will form a tall structure. Are you getting that? When the plate movement is fast, then huge quantity of material moves out. It takes some time to solidify, and in that time it is able to spread horizontally and thereby develops rise. So here all the four statements are correct. So all 4 option D for dog will be the correct answer. कोई confusion है क्या इसमें? Any type of cross question, any type of doubt? Zone of subduction online class is the zone where one of the plates subducts below the another plate. So generally ocean convergence and ocean continental convergence, you get the zone of subduction. Consider the following statements: silica, aluminium, iron, oxygen. Arrange them in descending order. क्या पूछा? Descending order as found in Earth's crust. Maximum is what? Oxygen, because all material is present in the form of ores, oxides कुछ भी मिलेगा. So oxygen followed by silica, followed by aluminium, followed by iron. Am I clear on that? So it will be 4, 1, 2, 3. Option B for boy shall be the correct answer. Consider the following statements on minerals: feldspar, ceramics and glass making, quartz, radio and radar, amphibole, asbestos, mica, electrical instruments, olivine, jewelry. How many are correct? Sure on that? All 5. Option D for dog, all are correct. कहाँ दिया? NCERT. Chapter on minerals and rocks. हाँ? क्या बेटा? Can someone repeat what he is saying? Olivine. That is maximum in mantle. The maximum mineral found over there is olivine. Olivine ही maximum उसका material है, mantle का part जो olivine. Major composition. ज्वेलरी से खुश हो रहे हो तुम? Consider the following statements on rocks. Dynamic metamorphism does not involve appreciable chemical changes. Metamorphism is of two types: dynamic and thermal. Dynamic में no chemical change, right? In thermal, chemical change take place. Thermal metamorphism involves chemical alteration and recrystallization. So chemical composition will be altered, crystalline nature of the rock may be altered. That is thermal metamorphism. Dynamic में सिर्फ movement हो, chemical changes will not take place. Volume gets altered during the formation of metamorphic rocks. Pressure, temperature change हो रहा, volume change हो सकता. Foliation or lineation and banding are generally associated with metamorphism. Foliation or lineation क्या होता है? Horizontal arrangement, thin, very thin lines of different metals. वही थोड़ा broad हो जाता है, that is called as banding. They are related to metamorphism. All 4 statements hold true. So option D for dog will be the correct answer. Am I clear on that? Foliage, जैसे कि when the metamorphism is taking place, then a particular type of composition, chemical composition, will be affected at a similar rate, right? So they get arranged, aligned in a particular site. Then in some rocks we get that a particular mineral gets arranged at a vertical thin line, then another mineral, then the third mineral, and in this manner it is formed. So that is called as foliation or lineation, right? And sometimes what happens, that only 2 or 3 minerals are there and you get broad accumulation of the minerals at one place, that is called as banding. So all 4 are correct. Option D for dog. Consider the following statements: exogenic geomorphic processes and agents can be considered as one and the same. Exogenic geomorphic processes can be considered as one and the same. Yes or no? No. No or yes? No? Yes or? Yes or no? Exogenic geomorphic processes and agents, if not specified separately, they are considered as one and the same. Direct line written in NCERT class 11 chapter on geomorphic processes. NCERT class 11th की बात हो रही. Fundamentals of physical geography chapter on geomorphic processes. Direct line it is written over there. और बॉक्स में लिखी. हाँ एक मतलब हाईलाइटर टाइप का बॉक्स है उसके अंदर लिखी. इसका मतलब आपने पढ़ा नहीं उसको, राइट. मास वेस्टिंग इज एन एक्सोजेनिक जियोमॉर्फिक प्रोसेस. मास वेस्टिंग एक्सोजेनिक है, जियोमॉर्फिक प्रोसेस है. यस और नो? व्हाट इज मास वेस्टिंग? वेट लूज करें. वो इंडस्ट्रीज में होता है, फुट लूज इंडस्ट्रीज, प्योर इंडस्ट्री, वेट लूजिंग इंडस्ट्री. मास वेस्टिंग इज लाइक मास मूवमेंट ओनली. Mass wasting is an exogenic geomorphic process. Avalanche, landslide, earth flow, mud flow, slump, creep, solifluction. कुछ याद है? Rock slide, debris slide, rock fall, free fall. Mass wasting का सब part. So they are both the statements hold true. So option C, C for cat is the correct answer. Orogenic processes are related to mountain building. Epeirogenic process may also cause mountain building. Huh? Huh. In general, epeirogenic processes are related to continent building, but it may also result in mountain building. Prominently, orogenic process, convergence or divergence, that results in mountain building. But here, even epeirogenic process, the entire continent is going up, that may also result in the formation of a mountain. So in certain cases, in rare cases, even epeirogenic process may result in mountain building. Generally, it is related to continent building. बात समझ में आ रही है? Orogenic process is related to mountain building. Orogenic process क्या होता है? बताओ क्या होता है? This is your earth. This is your one plate. This is your another plate, right? And the plates are moving, so it is compressing. So what is the direction of force? Direction of force क्या होगा? Suppose the plate is moving toward this side, will this be the direction of force? And if this plate is moving towards the red plate, this will be the direction of force. If they are moving away from each other, the direction of force will be this. यही तो होगा. So they are tangential in nature or not? They result in mountain building. But if this plate is going up, or it is moving down, so it is radial force. But when it is going up or going down, even then it may result in the formation कि इसमें से कोई एक part रह गया वो mountain का formation कर. So in rare cases, even epeirogenic process may result in mountain building. Same has been written over here, that orogenic process are related to mountain building, correct. Epeirogenic process may also cause mountain building, it is also correct. Orogenic forces are tangential and epeirogenic forces are radial. Clear on that? All three statements hold true. So option C, C for cat will be the correct answer. कोई दिक्कत आ रही है, परेशानी आ रही है, समझ में आ रहा है, कोई डाउट तो नहीं? Consider the following statements. Weathering is an essential precondition for erosion. Weathering is an essential precondition for erosion. Yes or no? Yes? Very good. Hydration is a type of chemical weathering. अरे YouTube पे ऑनलाइन चल रहा है, तुम लोग इसको क्यों बर्बाद कर रहे हो यार? Weathering is an essential precondition for erosion. कब से हो गया? इतना बड़ा पत्थर है, नहीं टूटा तो लुढ़क के नीचे नहीं जा सकता? सीधी सी बात बताओ, इसमें कौन सा दिमाग और रटने वाली बात है? इतना बड़ा पत्थर हिमालय के ऊपर रखा हुआ है, पृथ्वी हिल गई, अर्थक्वेक आ गया, वो लुढ़कता हुआ नीचे नहीं आ सकता? भीमशिला कैसे आ गई केदारनाथ के पीछे? इरोजन हुआ था उसका? नहीं, वेदरिंग हुई थी उसकी. वेदरिंग पता है ना क्या होता है? क्या होता है? हाँ, फ्रेगमेंटेशन ऑफ मटेरियल इनटू स्मॉलर पार्ट्स इज कॉल्ड एज वेदरिंग. Transport of material from one place to another place is called as erosion. The statement is saying that weathering is an essential precondition for erosion. इसका मतलब कोई बड़ा पत्थर ऊपर से नीचे जा ही नहीं सकता जब तक उसके छोटे टुकड़े नहीं होंगे, यही तो कह रहा है स्टेटमेंट. So is it like that? So weathering will assist erosion, weathering will exaggerate erosion, weathering will favor erosion, but weathering is not a compulsory precondition for erosion. A stone may be very big, a stone may be very small, it may be affected by erosion depending upon the force or the agent that is causing the movement of that material. Am I clear on that? So weathering will assist erosion, but weathering is not a precondition neither for erosion nor for mass wasting. पूरा का पूरा पहाड़ एक साथ नीचे आ सकता, इरोजन हो सकता, और इतना छोटा सा टुकड़ा पत्थर का हो सकता वो भी इरोड ना हो, पड़ा रहे यहाँ पर. So erosion is a different process, weathering is a different process. By weathering, breakdown of the large fragment into smaller fragments take place and hence it assists erosion. अब बड़े पत्थर को हिलाने के लिए बहुत सारा पानी चाहिए, बहुत सारा पानी बहता हुआ आएगा तो एक बड़ा सा रॉक हिल जाएगा अपनी जगह से, लेकिन छोटे से पत्थर को हिलाने के लिए थोड़ा पानी भी हिला देगा उसको. तो अगर वेदरिंग हो गई और पत्थर के टुकड़े हो गए तो थोड़ा बहुत पानी जो बह के आ रहा है वो भी उसको इरोड कर देगा. So weathering will assist erosion, but it is not a compulsory precondition for erosion. Am I clear on that? हाँ हुआ, ठीक है. अगर मान लीजिए वो नहीं टूटा, पूरा का पूरा माउंट एवरेस्ट 8,848 मीटर की ऊंचाई से लेके अगले 1,000 मीटर की ऊंचाई से एक साथ नीचे आ रहा, तो क्या ये पॉसिबल नहीं है? इट इज पॉसिबल. तो उसमें तो वेदरिंग नहीं हुई. आर यू गेटिंग दैट? सो वेदरिंग इज विल असिस्ट erosion. जो आप कह रहे हो आप उसी बात को कह रहे हो कि वेदरिंग विल असिस्ट erosion, बट वेदरिंग इज अ प्री कंडीशन फॉर erosion. कि इरोजन होगा तभी होगा जब वेदरिंग हो जाएगी, ऐसा तो नहीं है. Erosion is simply translocation of material from one place to another under the action of any exogenic geomorphic agent. Exogenic geomorphic agent wind हो सकता है, water हो सकता है, glacier हो सकता है, coastal waves हो सकता है, underground water हो सकता है, कोई भी exogenic geomorphic agent हो सकता है, उसकी वजह से उसका displacement होना, right? So weathering will assist erosion, but it is not an essential precondition for erosion. Again NCERT class 11 same chapter directly written over there. Hydration is a type of chemical weathering. Hydration, how? Hydration is also chemical weathering. CaSO4.7H2O gypsum, water swells up, उसका chemical formula change हो जाता है. Water is absorbed by the gypsum, it swells up and then it again contracts, swells up. It is a chemical weathering, hydration. आपके हैंडआउट में भी chemical weathering में भी है, गूगल पे यही भी चेक कर लीजिए, आपको मिल जाएगा. Exfoliation is the result of physical weathering. Exfoliation is a result or a process? Tanushri. Exfoliation is a result, it is not a process, it is an end result that is called as exfoliation. Tores and domes, unloading and expansion, exfoliation domes बनाएगा. Thermal expansion and contraction, tores बनाएगा. So exfoliation is a result of physical weathering, correct. Hydration is a type of, all three statements are right. One is wrong, 2 and 3 are correct. So only 2 option B. Statement 1 wrong है, ध्यान रखना. Exfoliation. a rock, sun, high temperature, moon, low temperature, expand, contract, expand, contract, expand, contract. Okay? So when you go out in the sun these days, do you feel more heat on the skin or on your liver? Skin. In the same manner, the interior of the rock is not affected much by this thermal expansion and contraction. The top layer is affected by thermal expansion and contraction. Due to continuous expansion, contraction, the top sheet, see over here, gets broken up and eventually gets removed. So the rock was this large in size, it reduced to this much. This is called as exfoliation or, are you getting that? Temperature is changing. Same phenomena, 100% same thing happens. The only thing is that this area was having some load over there and that load got removed. As soon as the pressure is released, volume increases. So the top layer expands. When it expands, then it develops crack and the top sheet gets removed. The process is called as sheeting. A sheet is getting removed and that is called as a dome. This is also exfoliation, that is also exfoliation, only the top layer will be removed. Here the reason for the removal is unloading and expansion. ऊपर का load हट गया और ये expand कर गया. In that case it is temperature change due to it is expanding and contracting and hence the top sheet is getting removed. When it is by thermal expansion and contraction, it is called as exfoliation TOR. When it is by unloading and expansion, it is called as exfoliation dome. Okay. So here it was only two, option B for boy, and 2 and 3 are correct, 1 is wrong. Consider the following statements on mass movement. These movements may or may not be perceptible in the short period. For example, avalanche perceptible नहीं है, avalanche तो इतना ज़्यादा, अच्छा may का आप बता रहे हो, may not में creep, anything else, slump, anything else, बस earth flow and mud flow are fast movement, fasting is slow है, solifluction and creep are slow movement, solifluction भी, solifluction fast है ना, very good, solifluction is slow or fast, solifluction and creep both are slow movement. Creep is without saturation of water, solifluction में content of water is there and that water saturated soil creeps down, moves down very slowly, both are slow movement. Earth flow and mud flow are fast. Earth flow and mud flow happened at Dharali, उत्तरकाशी धराली में जो हुआ हर्षिल के पास, that was mud flow. So these movements may or may not be perceptible in the short period, they may be slow or they may be fast. Earth flow and mud flow are fast, avalanche is fast, debris avalanche is fast, snow avalanche is fast. Solifluction, creep are slow movement. There can be various type of creep, various type of creep. Solifluction एक ही तरह का होता है. So statement number 1, 2 and 3, all three are correct. Creep कई तरह का हो सकता है. It can be debris creep, it can be soil creep, it can be rock creep, it can be talus creep, any type of creep can be there. ये सब पता है ना, कोई doubt तो नहीं है इसमें. All these are mass movement taking place only under the impact of gravity. No other exogenic agent is playing the role. So all three options C for cat will be the correct answer. Consider the following statements: landslide, avalanche, creep, solifluction, mud flow, slump, rockfall. How many of the above comes under category of mass wasting? All आएंगे? कोई clarity की जरूरत तो नहीं इसमें? Slump, Stump. Stump is a coastal landform. It's slump beta. Slump is with backward rotation. Slumping. So all 7 are there. कोई doubt तो नहीं किसी में, किसी को, anyone? कोई doubt नहीं ना? All 7. Option D for dog will be the correct answer. Roche, Mutoni and Paternoster Lake are glacial landforms. Pakka? Roche, Mutoni is formed by erosion and deposition, both going hand in hand. Paternoster Lake, that is on Cyclopean stairs, right? Bajada is a landform formed by streams. तो alluvial fan stream से ही तो बनेगा, wind कौन बोला? It is by the action of streams only. Multiple alluvial fans get formed. A combination of multiple alluvial fans in the close vicinity results in a landform that is called as Bajada. So Bajada statement is correct, first statement is correct. So both 1 and 2, option C, 𝐂𝐭 𝐤𝐿 shall be the correct answer. Erosion can happen because of gravity, it's correct, but in erosion one of the agent will be playing a role, like wind, water, glacier, some erosional agent will playing the role. Gravity to hogi, but when no erosional agent is playing the role and the movement is taking place only and only under the impact of gravitational force, then it is called as a mass movement or mass wasting. Consider the following statements. A landscape having traces of past geology is known as palimpsest topography. Denudation chronology is used to reconstruct the history of a degraded relief feature. पढ़ा है ना क्लास में आप लोगों ने? Yes or no? Palimpsest topography, wherever any type of land feature is there over which how the feature has been reduced to the current stage, that history can be reconstructed. That type of topography is called as palimpsest topography. Denudation chronology, इसी का सीक्वेंस, कैसे डिग्रेडेशन हुआ रिलीफ का. तो अरावली आज की डेट में गंगाराम हॉस्पिटल जितना ऊंचा लगभग, अगर यहाँ पर तो यहाँ पहले अरावली की हाइट कितनी रही होगी. So how can you do that? That is denudation chronology, that is reconstructing the history of a degraded relief feature. So both the statements hold true. Option C, 𝐂𝐭 𝐤𝐿, both 1 and 2 will be the correct answer. Any doubt in that? Palimpsest topography पता है? Denudation chronology, can you understand? Everyone? सोच लो नहीं तो मैं बता दूं. How many of you want an explanation on that? देखिए, here it is a mountain, right? And it is acted upon by various geomorphic agents, and the geomorphic agents that are acting over here, it includes wind, right? Sunlight, water, water may be rainfall, running water, any type of water, there may be glacier, there may be ice, right? Anything may be there, or everything will be there. Now all these are acting on this particular mountain. So in nutshell, when all these forces, and this list may be unending, when all these forces are acting on this particular mountain, then the height of this mountain is reducing at a rate of 10 centimeter per year. Hypothetical example, don't go into the reality. It is reducing at a rate of 10 centimeter per year. So with the current rate of erosion, current rate of geomorphic agents, this relief is going down by 10 centimeter per year. Okay? Now this relief is currently over here in 2026. What would have been the height of the relief 1 million years back? So this rate is applied over 1 million years, and the height of this mountain can be calculated. Are you getting that? बात समझ में आ रही है? What would have been the height of this mountain 100 million years back? So what would have been the height of Aravallis at the time of its formation, or during the time of its formation, or when it started getting denuded? So right now it is claimed that Aravallis were probably higher than Himalayas. So the height of the Aravalli would have been higher than Mount Everest. So if the height of Aravalli or particular peak of Aravalli was higher than Mount Everest, then how do we know that? Because Aravalli is having these traces, and these traces are used to reconstruct the history. So such a type of topography जिसपे हम इसको apply कर सकें, that is called as palimpsest, right? But if it is a featureless plain, penny plain, पेडी plain, featureless, कुछ नहीं बचा, पूरा plain हो गया, तो क्या reconstruct करूँ? Nothing is available. You are not having this current rate. If some relief is left, जैसे कि Aravalli इस पे है, so we can do that. But if it is a featureless plain, then you cannot do anything, right? And this reconstruction of history, that 1 million years back it was like this, 50 million years back it was like this, 1000 million years back it was like this. This is called a denudation chronology. That how denudation is what? Lowering down of relief. Relief was this high, इतना high mountain था, फिर ये इतना बचा, इतना बचा, इतना बचा, आज की डेट में सिर्फ इतना बचा. So how it has reduced from this height to this height. This chronology is called as denudation. Denudation is lowering down. So how the relief has lowered down, that is called a denudation chronology. Am I clear on that? So both the statements hold true. Option C is 𝐂𝐭𝐿. Consider the following statements on soils. Earth flow is not slow, earth flow is fast. Earth flow is a fast movement, don't get confused on that. Earth flow, mud flow are fast mass movements. Soils are thick over uplands and thin over steep slopes. Uplands means flat area, thick हो जाएगा. Steep slope, it will fall down, so it will be thin. In dry climates, salt accumulates in the top soils and they are known as hard pans. Water आया, evaporation of water takes place, salt left out, and it forms hard pans. Same are called as salt pans, right? Samba Lake, Rajasthan. Humus accumulates in cold climates as bacterial activity is slow. In cold climate, leaf litter falls down, accumulated, decomposition हो ही नहीं रहा. Are you getting that? Because the bacterial activity is slow. So all three statements hold correct. Option C, 𝐂𝐭𝐿 shall be the correct answer. समझ में आ रहा है ना? Consider the following statement: waterfall, rapid, V-shaped valley, meander, oxbow lake, floodplain, natural levee. How many of them are associated with old stage of the river? Only 4, only 3, only 2. What is the answer? Okay, waterfall is old stage? No. Rapid? Rapid to young stage है ना? V-shaped valley? Meander? Meander तो mature old में ही जाएगा ना? Yes or no? जैसे जैसे speed of the water will reduce, it will meander more. Sinuosity? Oxbow lake? Floodplain? Old stage? Natural levees? Old stage. So first 3 are associated with youth stage of the river, and the last 4 are associated with old stage. Meander will also go with mature stage, but old stage के साथ भी जाएगा. So only for option D, D for dog shall be the correct answer. Consider the following statements. Gorge is generally associated with youth stage of the river. Yes, excessive erosion is required. Gorge is generally found in humid regions on hard rocks. Soft rock पे मिलेगा. Soft rock होगा तो पूरा इरोड हो जाएगा, gorge क्यों बनेगा? Gorge is a typical feature of hard rock and of humid regions. A dry region it will form canyon. Canyon is generally found in arid regions on sedimentary rocks. all statements are true. Gorge will be found on hard rocks, this will be found on sedimentary rocks in general, exception आपको कहीं भी मिल सकता है, but in general the statements hold true. All three statements are 100% absolutely correct. Am I clear on that? Gorge canyon पता है ना, vertical gorge, नीचे से सीधा ऊपर जाके broad canyon, grand canyon, all Himalayan rivers are making gorges. So all three options C, 𝐂𝐭𝐴𝐻 will be the correct answer. Consider the following statements. River divides get lowered into low resistant remnants known as monadnocks. Low का मतलब height कम हो रही है. The plain region between monadnocks is known as peneplain. Statement 2 सही है. 1 monadnock पता है ना, सुना है कहाँ? Last stage of cycle of erosion in humid regions, that is monadnock. नहीं, high humidity, high rainfall, erosion takes place by the action of river water as well as rainfall, and the relief gets lowered. So a big mountain that was like this starts getting lowered in this one, right? अब बाद में क्या बचा? यही बचा. And then a featureless plain, कुछ नहीं, again a छोटा सा leftover mountain. These leftover, these are called as monadnocks, and the plain in between them, this is called as peneplain. So the statements given over here, river divides get lowered. River divides क्यों बोल रहे हैं इसको? ये mountain ऐसा था, ये mountain ऐसा था, so it was dividing the rivers, so it was like a water divide. So river divides get lowered into low resistant remnant rocks, low height के बचे खुचे resistant rocks, monadnocks. Am I clear on that? The plain region between monadnocks is known as peneplain. कहाँ दिया है? NCERT chapter on landforms, दूसरे पेज, एक ही पैराग्राफ, monadnocks peneplain. 2006 वाली एनसीईआरटी में तो बेटा राइट साइड में था. सामने से अगर हम एनसीईआरटी पढ़ रहे हैं तो राइट साइड वाले पेज में आखिरी कॉलम में सबसे नीचे पेनिप्लेन दिया हुआ. मेरी एनसीईआरटी में जो नीचे मेरे पास रखी है. कंसीडर द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट्स. इसका आंसर बोथ आर करेक्ट, राइट? ऑप्शन सी 𝐂𝐭𝐴𝐻. कंसीडर द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट्स. potholes, river terraces, alluvial fans, point bars, braided channels. How many of the above are erosional features of a river? Which two? Potholes and river terraces are erosional feature. Alluvial fan is a depositional feature. Point bar, braided channel. पता है सारे सबको? So only two option A for apple. First two are erosional. Potholes related to valley deepening. एक pothole, दूसरा pothole, तीसरा pothole all get connected and a valley deepens. Potholes are also related to plunge pools. When the waterfall recedes back, then the plunge pool also starts behaving as a pothole. River terraces, valley in valley topography, one river terrace, other river terrace, third river terrace, they are erosion. Erosion is being carried out by the river in its own depositional plane. जो उसका खुद का डिपोजिशन करा हुआ रिवर का बेस थे उसमें रिवर कंडक्ट्स इरोजन, दैट इज रिवर टेरेसेस. Alluvial fans, river enters from mountainous area in the plain region. and hence all of a sudden it deposits all the debris in the shape of a fan, that is called as alluvial fan. Point bars meander, the depositional side of the meander, the bank which is affected by deposition is called as point bar, and the opposite bank is called as a cliff. Okay? So point bar is depositional landform. Braided channels, when excessive sediment load is there in the river, then all of a sudden the sediment load gets deposited and the river goes for ana branching. So one another branch, again it joins, again branches, again joins. So it forms braided channel, that is a depositional landform. It is asking for erosional features, so only 1 and 2. Only 2, option A for apple shall be the correct answer. Consider the following statement, Doline and Polhe karst topography, correct or not? Pulsar Lake is a glacial landform. Paddy plain is found in deserts. Cove is found in coastal area. अच्छा कोव कुछ नहीं होता ना, कोस्टल एरिया, बीच, बीच है ना, बीच, action of sea waves, a coastal cut gets formed which is called as coastal cut, these are called as cove, right? They over the period of time join each other, connect कर देता है ऐसे. So you get water filled over here. So this is now what? This is an island, and this water body is what? Strait. So cove results in the formation of island and strait. Doline and Polhe, no doubt. Pulsar Lake, no doubt. Paddy plain, desert. It is by the action of wind erosion or by the action of stream erosion. Stream का रोल नहीं है इसमें. I am talking about paddy plain. Statement number 3. Stream का कोई रोल नहीं. One of the prominent reasons for erosion in desert is erratic rainfall and the formation of streams over there. Recorded है बेटा, सारे लेक्चर रिकॉर्ड है हर बैच के, जहाँ चैलेंज करोगे खोल के दिखा दूंगा मैं. A mountain like this, action of wind, stream action. Why stream action? Because excessive rainfall, concentrated torrential rainfall in a very short period of time over this particular region. अब क्या हुआ? If you can recall, मैंने पढ़ाया है wash slope, preface, rectilinear slope. नया लग रहा होगा ना सर, पहली बार सुन रहे. अच्छा ये देखो इधर, in this manner ये क्या हो रहा है? इरोजन हो रहा है. Erosion take place in this manner. 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 In this manner. This relief is, समझ में आ रहा है क्या हो रहा है? This relief is getting eroded. Now what is left over here? ये सब erode हो गया. This material gone. And now what is left over here? This is left over here. And this pavement is left over. This pavement is called as pediment. And this leftover small relict बचा खुचा mountain, this is called as इंसेलबर्ग. ठीक है, एक इंसेलबर्ग वहाँ था, दूसरा इंसेलबर्ग यहाँ, इसका पेडिमेंट यहाँ है, एक वहाँ है, एक यहाँ है, सारे पेडिमेंट आपस में मिल गए, इन्होंने बना दिया पेडिमेंट. Are you getting that? So by the combined action of wind and the combined action of stream erosion in desert area results in the formation of pediment, and the combination of pediments result in paddy plain. Am I clear on that? So that is paddy plain. Cove is in coastal area. All 4 are correctly matched. ब्रेक मत लीजिए आप लोग, हम लोग ये 100 क्वेश्चन करके रोक देंगे. ठीक है, ये कंप्लीट कर लीजिए. आप ब्रेक करने के बाद भी उतनी देरी पढ़ते हो. तो इससे अच्छा अभी पढ़ लो, आधा पौन घंटा 1 घंटा जो भी लगे कंटिन्यूशन में करके खत्म कर दिया, आप भी घर हम भी घर, ब्रेक लेके क्या ही मिलेगा। अभी तो 2.25 घंटे हुए हैं। कंसिडर द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट्स, वो क्लियर हो गया? यस। सीव ट्यून वो कहाँ पर दिया एनसीईआरटी में? चैप्टर ऑन लैंडफॉर्म, सेकंड लास्ट पेज, pediplane pediment in silver. Sieve dunes develop only one of the two wings. Sieve dune का formation कैसे होता है? Yes, only one of the wing will keep on developing. Why one wing develops? Air direction keeps on changing, and whether wind is coming from this side or this side, it is finally combining deposition on one wing only. Longitudinal dunes develop due to poor supply of sand from a constant direction. Longitudinal का क्या मतलब है? Wind ऐसे, dune भी ऐसे, in the direction of wind, so it is called as longitudinal. Supply of the sand is poor, and whatever sand that is present and very little sand that is being coming along with the air, that gets aligned in the direction of wind, they are called as longitudinal dunes. Low in height, supply of sand is poor, but they are very long, like ripples getting formed. Are you getting that? Transverse dunes are aligned perpendicular to wind direction. So suppose करिए, this is the source of sand, this wall is the source of sand, and the wind is blowing from this side. So यहाँ से sand को wind उठा ले जाएगी, and it will deposit it over there. So when the deposition will take place, it will also take place in the same shape. Are you getting that? So supply of sand is good, but the direction of wind is from board towards your side, and source is like this. So can we say that the wind is blowing perpendicular to the source of sand? And when the wind will carry the sand, the deposition will also take place perpendicular to the direction of wind. Yes, and hence it is called as transverse dune. Supply of sand will be good, height will be good, height will not be low, but it will be perpendicular to wind direction. They are called as transverse dunes. Clear? Parabolic dunes, बरखान्स, 60 dunes तो अलग हो गए. If the wind direction is from this side, Barkhan will develop like this. This is Barkhan. Wind direction is from this side only, and the dune develops in this manner. This is parabolic. This is a Barkhan. ये समझ में आ रहा है ना क्या बना ये? सैंड ड्यून्स को ऊपर से देख रहे हैं तो सिर्फ विंग दिखाया मैंने. So this is a Barkhan and this is a parabolic dune. So parabolic dune is reverse Barkhan. ठीक है? So Barkhan, parabolic dune, sieve dune, longitudinal dune, transverse dunes, यही तो है. And reversing sand dune, wind direction बार बार change हो रहा है, it will develop star shaped sand dune. हाँ, reversing sand dune और star shaped sand dune. और कुछ है? So here all the statements are correct, right? So all three. Sieve dune develop only one of the two wings. Longitudinal dune develop due to pure supply of sand from a constant direction. Transverse dunes are aligned perpendicular to wind. All three are correct. Option C, 𝐶4 cat. Consider the following statement. Carbon dioxide and water vapor are found only up to 90 km from the surface of Earth. सही है? Oxygen is almost a negligible quantity at a height of 120 km. Yes? कहाँ पढ़ा? Carbon dioxide and water vapor are found only up till 90 km, and oxygen is available in traces, minute traces, but it is available up till the height of 120 km. Both the statement hold true. Option C, 𝐶4 cat. Consider the following statements. Water vapor absorbs heat from both sun and earth. Yes or no? In wet tropical regions, water vapor may account for 4% of air by volume. Maximum quantity of water vapor can be 4% only. So both are correct. So option C, 𝐶4 cat shall be the correct answer. अब पूछना कुछ? Consider the following statement. Terrestrial radiation are in the form of long waves. Incoming solar radiation is in the form of short wave. insolation received in January is slightly more than in July. False? Okay. जो false कौन बोला है? False. Why it is false? Still. ओवरऑल अर्थ को अगर आप कंपेयर कंट्रास्ट करें, यहाँ नॉर्दर्न हेमिस्फीयर सदर्न हेमिस्फीयर की बात ही नहीं हो रही. इन जनवरी इट इज पेरिहिलियन, इन जुलाई इट इज एपिलियन. So overall insolation reaching the surface of Earth will be more in January as compared to July. Slight difference तो होगा. And same written over here. So insolation received in January is slightly more than July. All three statements hold correct. So option C, 𝐂𝐭 will be the correct answer. Am I clear on that? 100%. Consider the following statements. Equator receives less insolation than tropics because equator is having cloud cover. So albedo is more, right? At same latitude, insolation is more over continents than oceans. Why? Same reason, cloud cover. Oceans पे there is cloud cover. Maximum insolation is received over the subtropical deserts. Subtropical में air is descending down, cloud cover is not there, और desert है, तो वहाँ तो बिल्कुल cloud cover नहीं है, moisture भी नहीं है. So it is over subtropical desert. So all three statements hold true. Option C, 𝐂𝐭 shall be the correct answer. Consider the following statements. Statement 1, temperature reduces with height in troposphere. That is called a normal lapse. Lower atmosphere is heated by Earth's surface through conduction and convection. Lower atmosphere will be heated by conduction and convection. So what will be the answer? How the answer will be A? Is statement 2 an explanation for statement 1? कैसे? Lower atmosphere is heated by the Earth's surface through conduction and convection. But because of this conduction and convection, is the temperature reducing with height? It is because of the density of the air. More air is present in the lower layers and less air is present in the upper layers. So with increasing height, the concentration of gases reduces and those gases trap the returning radiation. And because upper layer is having less quantity of gases, so less radiation is getting trapped in upper layer as compared to lower layer, and hence you get the phenomena of normal lapse. So both the statements are true, but second cannot be considered as an explanation for statement 1. This is the process of transfer of heat, conduction, convection, I agree to that. But why normal lapse rate? Because lower layer is having higher density of atmosphere and less density in upper layer, right? So option B for boy will be the correct answer to this. नहीं बताओ नीचे वाली लेयर उसके ठीक ऊपर वाली लेयर कन्वेक्शन हो रहा है, दोनों में 5-5 मॉलिक्यूल है कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड. नीचे में ज़्यादा क्यों रुकेगा, ऊपर में कम क्यों रुकेगा? टेरेस्ट्रियल रेडिएशन तो इतना ज़्यादा है कि वो ऊपर अभी 10 लेयर तक उसको गर्म कर सकता है, और हर लेयर में 5-5 मॉलिक्यूल है कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड. तो उनमें आपस में टेम्परेचर का डिफरेंस क्यों होगा? जो 100 मीटर और 200 मीटर और 500 मीटर की हाइट पे लेयर है, उसमें तो नॉर्मल लैप्स रेट नहीं होना चाहिए, हाँ कि ना? और नॉर्मल लैप्स रेटों में सरफेस ऑफ अर्थ से जैसे ही ऊपर जाते हैं मिलना शुरू हो जाता है. लेवल ऑफ आईएस की छत पे चले जाओ और नीचे का टेम्परेचर कंपेयर कर लो, 0.25 0.3 डिग्री का अंतर तो मिल ही जाएगा. क्यों, आप छत पे कभी गए हो कि नहीं गए हो? जाना मना, वैसे जाना मन, राइट? तो जो रिटर्निंग रेडिएशन है, रिटर्निंग रेडिएशन यू आर सेइंग इट विल बिकम लेस बाय द टाइम इट रीचेस द टॉप लेयर, आई एग्री टू दैट. बट व्हेन इट इज क्रॉसिंग लेयर 1 having height of 500 meter, layer 2 another 500, layer 3 another, तब तक तो कम नहीं हो रहा. So it means up till the height of 1.5 kilometer or 2 kilometer there should not be any change in temperature going by your concept. It means density of air is playing some role, and that is the sole reason why normal lapse rate works, right? So here answer will be option B before boy. Consider the following statements on temperature distribution. middle latitude depict a higher temperature range than lower latitudes? Yes or no? हाँ कि ना? Middle latitudes will be having a higher temperature range because lower temperature will drop down drastically, high temperature will be moderate. Lower latitude में क्या होगा? Throughout the year torrid zone, तो temperature का fluctuation कम होगा. Don't get confused by continental effect and maritime effect, that is not being asked over here. UPSC को क्रैक करने का एक और नियम है कि don't complicate the question by your brain. Keep it as simple as it is being given by UPSC. आप उसको अपनी तरफ से कॉम्प्लिकेट मत करिए. अंगूर को छील के नहीं खाना, अंगूर को पूरा खाना. छीलने की कोशिश बिल्कुल ना करें आप लोग. Middle latitude depicts a higher temperature range than lower latitude because lower latitude is having insolation almost with same intensity throughout the year. At higher latitude there is a variation in insolation during summer season and winter season. So temperature range is what? Maximum temperature minus minimum temperature will be higher in higher latitude and less in lower latitude. Coastal regions have higher temperature range than interior of continents. ये तो clear है ना, इसमें तो कोई doubt नहीं. So statement 2 is wrong, statement 1 is correct. So one only option A for apple shall be the correct answer. Consider the following statements. Winters on plains generally exhibit inversion of temperature. हाँ? और यहाँ दिल्ली प्लेन एरिया की माउंटेन एरिया? पूरे विंटर भर आपकी चीफ मिनिस्टर रेखा गुप्ता चिल्ला के थक गई कि पोल्यूशन कंट्रोल करो. ग्रैप 4, ग्रैप 3, ग्रैप 2 लगा दिया, मैं गाड़ी नहीं चला पा रहा था. तो ये प्लेन एरिया यहाँ इन्वर्जन ऑफ टेम्परेचर नहीं था. हाँ, तो विंटर्स ऑन प्लेन जनरली एग्जिबिट इन्वर्जन ऑफ टेम्परेचर ड्यूरिंग विंटर सीजन. माउंटेन पे तो साल भर होगा. एयर ड्रेनेज, रेडिएशनल इन्वर्जन साल भर होगा. यहाँ पर सिर्फ प्लेन विंटर्स में होगा. ठीक है. Winters are known for cloudless skies and slow air. And is this a reason for one? What do you say? Yes? So both are correct, and second statement is an explanation for statement 1. Because for inversion of temperature, why clear skies are required? Returning radiation has to go back. If cloud cover will be there, it will be reflected back. Slow air. If the air is very fast, then again the loss of heat will not take place. Are you getting that? So both are one of the conditions for temperature inversion, and temperature inversion becomes a common phenomena over at least those regions which are having a remarkable difference between summer and winter temperature. Right? So inversion of temperature creates a problem of pollution. Why? Because convection stops. By inversion of temperature, mein winters mein you are having situation of pollution getting exaggerated over the region of NCR region Delhi. Why? Reason क्या उसका? Convection stop हो गया. So air is not going up. Why? Because the lower layer is recording low temperature. Why lower layer is recording? Lower layer is ये surface of earth है. यहाँ the temperature is low. Here temperature is comparatively higher. Low temperature air cannot go up. So here what is being added? All smoke, pollution, everything is being added over here. Air is not able to go up. So what is stopping? Getting stopped? Convection. Are you getting that? So convection is getting stopped. Because convection is getting stopped, so all the pollutants are not able to reach the upper part, and hence they remain trapped over here. At the same time, temperature is low. That results in the problem of fog. It results in the problem of mist. So fog, mist, उसके साथ में pollution आ गया. So fog के साथ में pollution आ गया, that will form smoke. Are you getting that? So all that creates a problem, and hence inversion of temperature becomes problematic over here. Am I clear? So statement A, both of them are correct, and statement 2 explains statement 1. Loss of heat has to take place. Loss of heat के लिए cloudless sky and calm weather is required. Vertical pressure gradient force is much larger than horizontal pressure gradient, yet we do not experience strong upward winds. But a vertical pressure, जैसे हेडली सेल आपने पढ़ा, तो हेडली सेल में इक्वेटोरियल लो प्रेशर बेल्ट एंड सब ट्रॉपिकल हाई प्रेशर बेल्ट, डिफरेंस बिटवीन हाई प्रेशर एंड लो प्रेशर. एंड इक्वेटोरियल लो प्रेशर बेल्ट की अगर हम बात करें, ऑन द ग्राउंड इट इज हैविंग लो प्रेशर, अपर पार्ट इट इज हैविंग हाई प्रेशर. तो दैट हाई प्रेशर और लो प्रेशर के डिफरेंस की अगर हम बात करें, so that is much more as compared to this हॉरिजॉन्टल प्रेशर ग्रेडियंट. बट डू वी सी एट इक्वेटर की हवा एकदम से ऊपर भाग रही या ऊपर से नीचे आ रही है? नो. व्हाई? Vertical pressure gradient force is generally balanced by nearly equal but opposite gravitational force, and this is the reason for that. So both the statements are correct, and statement 2 explains statement 1. So option A for apple shall be the correct answer. Am I clear on that? Sure. Consider the following statement. Coriolis force acts perpendicular. तो हमने पूछ चुके हैं. चलिए, Coriolis force acts perpendicular to pressure gradient force. Pressure gradient force is perpendicular to isobars. Higher the pressure gradient force, higher is the magnitude of Coriolis. Why? Statement 3, can you explain? Because the speed will be more, so Coriolis force will be more, right? So all three hold correct. Coriolis force acts perpendicular to pressure gradient force, correct. Pressure gradient force is perpendicular to isobars, correct. Higher the pressure gradient force, higher is the magnitude of Coriolis. So all three options C, 𝐶4 cat shall be the correct answer. Consider the following statements. Statement 1, wind blowing parallel to isobars is known as geostrophic wind. The basic definition यही है. Coriolis force completely balances the pressure gradient force, resulting in almost 90-degree deflection of the wind. This is the explanation of geostrophic wind. मेरे ख्याल से इसमें कोई explanation की जरूरत है नहीं. So both are correct, and statement 2 is explaining statement 1. So option A for apple shall be the correct answer. Any explanation required by anyone? Consider the following statement. Cyclone is the center of low pressure. But after this question I will come to that. Cyclone is the center of low pressure associated with convergence of air. Yes. Anticyclone is the center of high pressure associated with divergence of air. Any doubt for anyone? So both the statement hold true. That is option C, C for cat. Middle latitude depict a higher temperature range than lower latitude. The reason is that lower latitude is having immense amount of insolation, incoming solar radiation throughout the year. So temperature range on an average is not high. Don't compare a specific place Delhi with any other place. Don't compare any specific place. Entire lower latitude, tropical region, equator से Tropic of Cancer तक, equator से Tropic of Capricorn तक. The average temperature will not be very high, will not be very less, range of temperature will be less. But in middle latitude during winter the temperature will be close to 0. During summer the temperature will be close to 30. So 30 and 0 temperature range shoots up to 30, and hence the statement holds correct. That is statement number 1. ये कर लिया ना हमने 285. Consider the following statements on temperate cyclone. Whether it's warm or cold front, both causes precipitation in the cold sector. Warm front generally causes slow rainfall. Cold front generally causes heavy rainfall. First statement correct or wrong? Any doubt in that? सबको clear है? Warm sector, cold sector. So whenever, suppose this is the cold sector and this is the warm sector, and warm sector is moving over and above the cold sector. Suppose this is your warm sector, cold, and this is the warm sector, and the warm air mass is moving above the cold air mass. So warm air mass मान लीजिए यहाँ से शुरू हुआ, यहाँ पहुँच, where will it form cloud? Cloud का formation कहाँ होगा? यहाँ पे. तो cloud बारिश यहाँ करेगा ना. This is what? Cold sector, right? अब मान लीजिए cold front is getting formed. So cold front में क्या होगा? Cold air mass आगे जाएगा. warm air वहाँ से और ऊपर जाए. Now the cloud will be formed where? Still here, बारिश पर ही. So whether it is warm front or cold front, rainfall take place in cold sector. Am I clear on that? So all three statements hold. Warm front, warm air going up at its own space, own pace. So nimbostratus clouds are generally formed. Rains slowly over a large area. Cold front, speed increases because the cold air pushes the warm air over and above itself. So speed of ascent increases. Quick ascent results in the formation of cumulonimbus clouds. Rains heavily over a small area for short duration. So all three are correct. Option C, C for cat, will be the correct answer. Consider the following statements. Tropical cyclones originate only overseas and on reaching the land they dissipate. Very basic statement about tropical cyclones. The wind speed in a tropical cyclone reduces on land due to friction by surface. It is one of the reasons for the dissipation of cyclone. Moisture is the main reason, 100% correct. But due to this reduction in wind speed, the speed of the cyclonic storm starts reducing, and that entire mechanism which was working as a self-sustained mechanism, that starts becoming weak. Even if the supply of moisture is there, it starts becoming weak, and the reduction in wind speed due to friction becomes one of the reasons for the dissipation of cyclone. अगर इसके साथ moisture supply दोनों लिखा है and you are being asked to write the most appropriate correct answer, then moisture supply will be the most appropriate answer. But this is also one of the reasons for the dissipation of cyclone, and hence it will go with the demand of the question. Option A will be the correct answer. और इसको आपको अगर ये statement ऐसे कैसा पढ़ना है with punctuation spellings के साथ, तो फिर NCERT खोल ली, written over there. Sorry, tropical cyclones originate only over the seas and on reaching the land they dissipate. So the question is, statement 1 is saying that they originate over water body and they end on reaching the land, and second statement is explaining that what happens on reaching the land, due to friction the speed of the air reduces. कैसे? ओरिजिनेशन बता तो रहा है, विंड स्पीड इन अ ट्रॉपिकल साइक्लोन रिड्यूसेस ऑन लैंड ड्यू टू फ्रिक्शन, यानी जब तक विंड पे लैंड पे नहीं है तब तक फ्रिक्शन नहीं है, स्पीड ज़्यादा. मैं समझ गया, आप ओरिजिन का पूछ रहे हो ना. सो इन द सेकेंड स्टेटमेंट इट इज इम्प्लिसिट दैट इफ इट इज नॉट ऑन लैंड देन वेयर इट इज ऑन ओशन and the speed is high and it is supporting the cyclone. Read statement 2. The wind speed in a tropical cyclone reduces on land due to friction by surface. Wind speed in a tropical cyclone reduces on land. अगर वो land पे नहीं है तो कहाँ है? Ocean पे है, तो speed is high. Statement 2. See, अगर आप statement 2 को पढ़िए, the wind speed in a tropical cyclone reduces on land due to friction by surface. Wind, ध्यान से सुनो तो, wind speed in a tropical cyclone reduces on land. When it is reducing, when it is reaching the land, reduces on land. अगर ये land पर ही थी तो reduces on land लिखने की जरूरत ही नहीं थी. If it is writing that reduces on land, it means it is coming from somewhere else. So earlier it was on oceans and then the speed was not less and it was supporting the cyclone. आप बार बार स्टेटमेंट को पढ़ो मेरे माइंडसेट से. आंसर इज ऑप्शन ए फॉर एप्पल. Consider the following statements. Temperature of the air is reduced to dew point with its volume remaining constant. Yes, both the volume and the temperature are reduced. moisture is added to the air through evaporation. In how many of the above cases condensation can take place? Kindly go through the statements 1, 2 and 3. उल्टा चल लेते हैं, 3 को देख लो. Moisture is added to the air through evaporation. If moisture is added to the air through evaporation, can the air become saturated? हो सकती है ना सैचुरेट, डिफिकल्ट होगा लेकिन हो तो सकती है ना, रूल आउट तो आप नहीं कर सकते ना. इट कैन बी सैचुरेट. यस, both the volume and temperature are reduced. When the temperature will reduce, volume will automatically reduce. And the first one is a case in which temperature of the air is reduced to dew point with its volume remaining constant. Dew point reach हो गया तो temperature कम हो गया. When the temperature will reduce and the volume is not reducing, then can condensation take place? Yes. Dew point है, so water cannot sustain itself in vapor state. Water will transform into liquid state. So water molecules will be having less energy and it will lose its gaseous state and transform into liquid state without volume getting reduced. Are you getting that? So water molecule का energy level कम हो जाएगा, वो अपने आप को vapor state में sustain नहीं कर पाएंगे, इसलिए they will transform into liquid state. In all these 3 cases condensation can take place. Am I clear on that? देखो आज वाला जो पेपर आपका चल रहा है ना, इसमें किसी भी स्टेटमेंट को लेके कहीं कोई दिमाग में कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन रह जाए तो क्लास के बाद मेरे पास आ जाना, एनसीईआरटी मेरे पास है, मैं आपको सारे स्टेटमेंट्स उसमें दिखा दूँ, सब उसमें लिखे हूँ. तो और ये तीनों के तीनों एक साथ एक ही जगह पे दिए कंडेंसेशन के चैप्टर में पहले पेज. 100% कम होगा. द सेकेंड स्टेटमेंट इज सेइंग दैट ओनली. बट इफ वॉल्यूम इज नॉट getting changed by any mechanism, volume is not getting changed and the temperature is getting reduced, then what will happen? The water vapor that is present in that air will be affected by reduction in temperature and hence the energy level of each molecule of water vapor will reduce and they will fail to sustain themselves in gaseous state and they will transform into liquid state without volume getting reduced. Are you getting that? So generally to temperature कम होगा तो volume reduce होगा. This second one is the most common form of condensation. By addition of vapor, addition of water also becomes very difficult, impractical. Maximum to temperature reduction सही होता, but even in this case, first case, condensation is possible, right? Am I clear on that, everyone? So all 3 options C, C4, CAT shall be the correct answer. NCERT आप लोगों ने पढ़ी नहीं इतने सालों में. ये तो जब मैं एनसीईआरटी का क्लास लेता तब सबको ये लगता है कि आज से पढ़ लेंगे. कंसिडर द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट्स. क्लाउड फ्री स्काई, calm air. Anyone is having class 11th NCERT, fundamentals of physical geography? Anyone is having? Please. कौन सा एडिशन है बेटा ये? See, I am reading it out. And this question number 287. Reading from NCERT. ये 2006 वाले ही लग रहा है मुझे. And it's page number 98. The last line of the page. Condensation is influenced by volume. ध्यान से सुनो यार, बातें मत करो. Condensation is influenced by the volume of air, temperature, pressure and humidity, right? Condensation takes place, point number 1, when the temperature of the air is reduced to dew point with its volume remaining constant. First statement. Second statement, when both the volume and the temperature are reduced. Third statement, when moisture is added to the air through evaporation. However, the most favorable condition for condensation is decrease in air temperature. यही बता रहा था ना मैं आपको, वही यहाँ लिखो, उसी पे क्वेश्चन। एनसीईआरटी के साथ मालूम प्रॉब्लम क्या आपको, आप लोग एनसीईआरटी पहले तो पढ़ोगे नहीं, और जब पढ़ोगे तो पहली बार में अपने आप को आइंस्टीन और न्यूटन समझ लोगे और अंडरलाइन कर दोगे, हाईलाइट कर दोगे, मार्क कर दोगे कि ये इंपॉर्टेंट है, इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है। आई एम नॉट कमेंटिंग ऑन यू बेटा, इट इज अ जनरल कमेंट। मैंने अपने हर फाउंडेशन के बैच में बच्चों को बोला, एनसीईआरटी को सेकंड रीडिंग में या थर्ड रीडिंग में आपको पेंसिल से अंडरलाइन करना चाहिए, और जब आप चौथी बार रीड करें तो आप खुद अपने पेंसिल के अंडरलाइनिंग को इरेज करोगे और खुद उसको हटा के कुछ और मार्क करोगे। लेकिन ये नौबत तब आएगी जब चौथी बार पढ़ पाओगे, क्योंकि एक बार में एनसीईआरटी समझ में नहीं आती। और मैंने अब तक टुकड़ों में कई बार पूरी 70-80 बार ज्योग्राफी की एनसीईआरटी तो पढ़ी हूँ इतने पीरियड में। और आज भी जब एनसीईआरटी लेके बैठता हूँ, किसी टॉपिक को पढ़ता हूँ, तो आई गेट टू नो दिस कि इतनी बार पढ़ने के बाद भी आज भी ये मुझे समझ में नहीं आया। हाँ सीरियसली, इट हैपेंस, इट विल हैपन विद एवरीवन। अगर आप उसको पढ़ने की कोशिश करो कि इतनी बार पढ़ने के बाद भी इसके बीच में कुछ लिखा था जो आज तक समझ में नहीं आया। अभी मैं रीड कर रहा था, रीड करते करते मैंने 1 मिनट पॉज लिया है, तो अभी मुझे कुछ समझ में आया जो आज तक नहीं दिखा था अभी। अब पहले उस पर काम कर लें दो बेटा, तो इट विल हैपन विद यू आल्सो। तो एनसीईआरटी को समझने की कोशिश करिए। एनसीईआरटी बहुत गहरी किताब है, उसको समझिए। वो इतना आसान नहीं है कि 150 पेज की किताब है आपने बैठ के 2 दिन में निपटा ली, ऐसे नहीं होता एनसीईआरटी। एनसीईआरटी में सब कुछ लिखा है, प्रोवाइडेड यू आर एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट एंड योर ब्रेन इज मैच्योर इनफ टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट। ऐसे ही आपको लग रहा है कि यूपीएससी में पिछले 30 साल से हर टीचर, हर फैकल्टी, हर पास आउट स्टूडेंट कह रहे हैं एनसीईआरटी पढ़ो। वो सब बेवकूफ़ है, उनको बोलने का पैसा मिल रहा है, एनसीईआरटी उनको पैसा दे रहा है। वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, क्लाउड फ्री स्काई, calm air, high relative humidity, cold and long nights. How many of the above conditions are ideal for dew formation? Loss of heat has to take place, so cloud free sky is required. Calm air, अगर air तेज बहेगी तो loss of heat will not be there. High relative humidity for condensation to initiate. Cold and long nights are required. Temperature should be less. So all 4 option D for dog shall be the correct answer. Consider the following description. Daily range of temperature is low, precipitation occurs throughout the year. Thunderstorm in summer and frontal precipitation in winter are common. Precipitation varies between 75 and 150 centimeters. Sorry? Daily range of temperature is low. ठीक है? Precipitation occurs throughout the year. China type is having a monsoon element. कैसे China type हो जाएगा? Thunderstorm in summer and frontal precipitation in winters are common. Equatorial तो rule out कर लोगे ना? Humid subtropical will be the correct answer to this particular climatic type. Humid subtropical. Option C is C for cat. Areas come under subtropical high in summer and westerly wind in summer. Hot dry summer, mild rainy winter. Hot dry summer, mild rainy winter का मतलब Mediterranean हो? Yes or no? So option A, Mediterranean type of climate. Coastal fold mountains are formed out of the deposition on the continental shelves. Coastal fold mountains जैसे Andes, Rockies, they are formed out of the deposition which has taken place on continental shelves. Correct or not? No? एटलस को कभी खोल के आप लोग देखिएगा वर्ल्ड मैप में, फिजिकल मैप ऑफ द वर्ल्ड में, ऑन द वेस्टर्न साइड ऑफ साउथ अमेरिका कॉन्टिनेंटल शेल्फ इज वेरी नैरो. कहाँ गया शेल्फ? एंडीज में. ऑन द वेस्टर्न साइड ऑफ नॉर्थ अमेरिका शेल्फ इज वेरी नैरो, Where has the continental shelf gone? Rockies. Eastern side of North America, eastern side of South America, continental shelf is very broad. Folding is not taking place. Are you getting that? So wherever you will get coastal fold mountains का formation हुआ है तो oceanic plate has collided with the continental plate and oceanic plate was pushing the continental plate folded up. So what is the easiest part to fold up? Loose sediments that are present on continental shelves, they fold up to form the mountain. So जहाँ जहाँ आपको coastal fold mountain मिलेगा वहाँ continental shelf बहुत narrow मिलेगा, and same is written over there. Are you getting that? Modern concept of geosyncline consider the shelves as geosyncline. Modern concept of geosyncline पता है? These areas, these were the geosynclines earlier, which folded up to form the fold mountains. So यहाँ पर आपको Rockies मिल रहा है, Andes मिल रहा है, Atlas मिल रहा है, Himalayas मिल रहा है, यहाँ आपको Zagros मिल रहा है, यहाँ पर आपको Alps मिल रहा है, right? And what is the modern concept? आज की डेट की जो coastline है, that is the current geosyncline. So the eastern coast of North America and South America, they are acting as geosyncline. Whether they will be affected by plate tectonics or not over the period of time, that the time will tell. But right now they are considered as geosyncline. So जहाँ भी दुनिया में continental shelf है, जहाँ पर shallow water है, अगर वहाँ sedimentation हो रहा है, that is considered as a geosyncline as per the recent and the modern concept. Am I clear on that? Continental shelves are generally rich in fossil fuels. इसमें कोई doubt नहीं है. Statement 1 is correct, statement 2 is correct, 3 is correct, all 3 are correct. So option C, 𝐂𝐭 is the correct answer. Consider the following statements. Heat is transmitted to lower layers in the oceans by convection. आप लोगों को 5 मिनट का ब्रेक दे दूं, रेस्टलेस हो रहे हो सब. नहीं, मैं तो, मुझे कोई दिक्कत नहीं, आप लोग बार बार रेस्टलेस हो रहे हो. 5 मिनट का चाहिए ब्रेक क्या? हीट मुझे तो खुद नहीं देने का शौक है यार. पढ़ो. Heat is transmitted to lower layers in the oceans by convection. Top surface receives the insolation, it gets heated up. How it is transmitted down? By conduction and convection both, but the major role is played by convection. Enclosed seas record higher temperature than open seas in lower latitudes. Red Sea will record higher temperature than the same latitude of Atlantic or Arabian Sea, right? So both the statement hold true. So option C, 𝐂𝐭 will be the correct answer. Consider the following pairs. Ocean zones known for thermocline is related to change in temperature, halocline is related to change in salinity. Salinity ना, यहाँ density लिखा. Phycnocline is related to change in density. So one only. Statement 1 is correct, 2 and 3 are mismatched. So option A for apple. Consider the following statements. Salinity is directly related to density provided other factors remains fixed. Yes or no? Saline water has low specific heat than fresh water and hence heats up quickly. Saline water is having high specific heat or fresh water is having high specific heat? Fresh water is having higher specific heat, saline water is having low specific heat, so it heats up faster. Saline water. Am I clear on that? Saline water की specific heat कम है, fresh water का ज़्यादा है. Saline water जल्दी गर्म होगा, fresh water देर में गर्म होगा. Saline water evaporates slowly than fresh water. Correct or not? अब उस statement के हिसाब से तो wrong हो जाएगा, लेकिन ये statement correct है. Because saline water is restricts the free movement of water. उसके अंदर जो salt के particles होते हैं, they restrict the free movement of water molecules and hence escaping of water molecules from the surface of saline water becomes difficult. So saline water heats up quickly but evaporates slowly. Saline water heats up quickly as compared to fresh water. but saline water is less affected by evaporation as compared to fresh water, because fresh water में free movement of water molecule is permissible. In saline water it is getting restricted by the salt particles present over there. Am I clear on that? So all three statements hold true. Option C for cat. Consider the following statements. Statement 1, ocean waves slow down and break on reaching the beach. As the waves approaches the beach, the depth of the water reduces. And is this the reason? Then what is the reason for breaking of waves? Friction. हाँ यही रीजन है. अंडर वो तो सुनामी में होता है बेटा. वेव के ब्रेकिंग का रीजन आपने नोट्स में लिखा भी है, आपके हैंडआउट्स में भी है. द रीजन इज दैट व्हेन द height of the wave is less than half the wavelength. Height of the wave is less than half the wavelength of the wave. This is the criteria. जैसे ही हाइट वेवलेंथ के हाफ से कम हो जाएगी वेव ब्रेक कर जाएगी, और जहां ब्रेक करेगी उसी को हम सर्फ जोन बोलते हैं. बबल्स अपीयर, इट अपीयर्स लाइक अ सर्फ, दैट इज कॉल्ड ए सर्फ जोन. ठीक है. तो बोथ आर करेक्ट एंड सेकंड इज द एक्सप्लेनेशन फॉर स्टेटमेंट 1. समझ में आ रहा है ना यार? नहीं, आपसे पूछ रहा हूँ. हाँ. Consider the following statement. Shape of bays and estuaries affects the tidal heights. Yes or no? If the bay, suppose there is a bay like this and there is a bay like this. This is the water. You are looking from the top, udhar land area, right? And tides are moving. Here also the tide is moving. Where the tide will be higher? ये आप ऊपर से देख रहे हो, ये कॉन्टिनेंट है, तो ये सी है. ये कॉन्टिनेंट है, तो ये सी है. फर्स्ट वाले में क्यों होगा? हाँ, अरे लैंड आगे पीछे नहीं है बेटा. This is the shape of a bay. You have to only consider the shape of the bay, and this is the shape of the bay, and the tidal water is moving in this manner. Now the question arises that which of these locations the tide will be higher. So here the tide will hit in this manner. यहाँ पर क्या होगा? ये तो यहाँ पहुँचा, ये भी इधर से ऐसे मूव करके यहाँ पहुँचा. So more water will be compressing in a smaller region, and the height of the tide will shoot up. Bay of Fundy, North America, यही तो है. So statement 1 is correct. Gravitation and rotation are the reasons behind tides. Gravitation and rotation are the reasons. Gravitation theory दिया न्यूटन ने, rotation को किसने explain किया? Who explained? The reason behind the occurrence of tides, the primary reason was rotation, sorry, gravitation, and then rotation was added. Who added that? No one. कोई नहीं, एक भी नहीं. William Whewell, progressive wave theory. नहीं. Have you gone through progressive wave theory? Primary progressive wave, secondary progressive wave, tertiary progressive wave. जो बच्चे फाउंडेशन और पीएमपी के हैं वो क्लास के बाद रिकॉर्डिंग देख लेंगे बगल में जाके, whether we have taken up that in class or not. अच्छा, okay. Tides are caused by what? Gravitation. So gravitation of what? Sun, moon, and centrifugal force of earth. Yes. Then why tides are higher on the eastern coast of any particular country and less higher on the western coast? Tides on the eastern coast of India, Chennai, will be higher as compared to tides in Thiruvananthapuram. Why? Why tides are always first recorded in the south and after some lag of time they are recorded in the north. एक ही longitude पे जो पूरा का पूरा मून के सामने है. First tide will be recorded in the southern side and after some lag of time on the northern side. Why it happens? Why tides are negligible in case of inland water bodies? If this glass is facing the moon, this water should be uplifted. भाई टाइड है ना, ग्रेविटेशनल पुल ऑफ मून इतना है कि वो पैसिफिक के पानी को ऊपर उठा दे रहा है, इंडियन ओशन के पानी को ऊपर उठा दे रहा है, ये ग्लास का पानी ऊपर क्यों नहीं जाएगा? तो वॉल्यूम पे डिपेंडेंट हो गया फिर टाइड. This was all proven by William Whewell in his theory that is called as progressive wave theory, and that in that he added rotation as the next important factor after gravitation. That the primary factor for the occurrence of tide is gravitational force of moon, secondly sun, centrifugal force of earth, and rotation is the next important factor, and because the earth is moving from west to east, thereby surface water moves from east to west. When the water moves from east to west, it strikes again the eastern coast of the continents and the tides are higher on the eastern side as compared to western side. So gravitation is the most important factor, rotation is the next important factor for the occurrence of tides. Here both the statements hold true. So C, both 1 and 2 will be the correct answer. Consider the following statement: ablation, rotation, Coriolis force, gravity. How many are the factors for genesis of ocean currents? Ablation is what? Melting of ice. Rotation की वजह से? Yes or no? Coriolis force will impact the direction or not? Gravity will cause the movement of water? Yes. So all four are there. So option D, कोई doubt है इसमें? Option D, D for dog will be the correct answer. Consider the following statements. Marine west coast climate is characterized by cool summers, mild winters and low temperature range. Marine west coast climate, British type of climate, जो मैं आपको बता रहा था. Cool summer, summer will not be very extreme, winter will not be very extreme, low temperature range, high temperature and low temperature का fluctuation बहुत कम हो, right? Warm ocean currents modulate the temperature and rainfall. Renal current in Europe, Alaska warm current at Seattle and Vancouver, they are responsible for forming this type of climate and hence it is correct. So both the statements are correct and statement 2 is the correct explanation for statement 1. Okay? Consider the following statements on demographic transition model. Demographic transition model. First statement, it was first given by Warren Thompson and later popularized by Notice Seen. Correct है? Warren Thompson ने दिया 1929 में, Notice Seen ने popularize करा 1944 में. Demographic transition model. First stage depicts high birth and high death rate. Last stage depicts demographic winter. Yes. And India is almost in the middle of the third stage and approaching towards stabilization. डेमोग्राफिक ट्रांजिशन मॉडल पे डाउट तो नहीं किसी को? सबको क्लियर है? 100%. ओके. Which of these graphs represent the second stage of demographic transition? Who is saying first one? Explain. X-axis is time and y-axis is population. It is not birth rate and death rate. In both these graphs, x-axis is time and the y-axis is population. Now tell me, Which of these correspond to second stage of demographic transition? First one में second stage of demographic transition is related to what? High birth rate and declining death rate. So population explosion. So population is increasing at a very fast rate. Third stage of demographic transition, birth rate also falling down. So population is increasing but at a slower pace. यही इंडिया का हाल है. Yes or no? And if the graph is like this, first stage, this is the first stage, high population, high birth rate, high death rate. If the graph is like this, last stage, low birth rate, low death rate. Are you getting that? What are the name of the stages of demographic transition? First stage is called as stage of high stationary. Second is called as early expansion. Third, late expansion. And fourth is called as low stationary. Here it is high birth rate, first stage high birth rate, death rate, दोनों हाई हैं, right? Second stage, birth rate is still high, death rate reducing. Third stage, birth rate reducing, death rate already low, low है ये, reduce नहीं कर रहा, low. Fourth stage, birth rate less than death rate. So population starts declining. Four stages of demographic transition. Am I clear on that? कोई डाउट तो नहीं है? पहले पढ़ा होगा तभी ये समझ में आ रहा होगा, नहीं तो कुछ नहीं समझ में आ रहा होगा. That I can understand. So here all four statements hold true. So option D, D for dog, shall be the correct answer. Consider the following statements: Benguela current, Agulhas current, Peru current, Falkland current. How many of the ocean currents are cold current? Benguela is a cold or warm? Cold current. Agulhas current, warm. Peru current, cold. Falkland current, cold. So 1, 3 and 4, only 3. 3 are cold current. Agulhas is the only current written over here, that is a warm current. So option C, C for cat, will be the correct answer. कोई doubt है? Consider the following statements on footloose industries. Footloose industries. They are independent of any specific raw material. Yes, no specific raw material कि यहीं से लेना वहाँ से लेना. They employ very small labor force. They are non-polluting in nature. एक रूम के अंदर लग जाते हैं, छोटी सी इंडस्ट्री. So all three are correct for footloose industry. That is option C, C for cat. Consider the following statements. Sheet, rill, gully, splash. सबसे पहले erosion कैसे होगा? Splash, followed by sheet, followed by rill, followed by gully. So 4, 1, 2, 3. Option B, B for boy, shall be the correct answer. Types of drought description. Meteorological drought का मतलब बारिश कम होना, rainfall is less. Agricultural drought का मतलब less soil moisture. Hydrological drought, water in the dams and reservoirs is reducing. Ecological drought, related to ecosystem. Drought is there. So meteorological मतलब इंडियन meteorological department rainfall predict करता है, rainfall कम हो रहा. Agriculture, soil moisture कम हो गया. Hydrological, dams और reservoirs में पानी going down. Ecological drought, water affects ecosystems productivity. So how many are correctly matched? 2 are correct, 2 are incorrect. So only 2, option B, B for boy, shall be the correct answer. Consider the following statements. Normal lapse rate is variable, whereas adiabatic lapse rate remains almost fixed. Correct or not? Correct? Everyone? 3, 4. चलिए हम लोग लेक्चर को यहीं पर रोक देते हैं, आप लोग की बैटरी डाउन लग रही है और तो 5 ही सवाल इसको मैं ठीक से पढ़ाना चाह रहा हूँ इसलिए मैं कल पे डाल रहा हूँ। आप में समझने की हिम्मत हो तो मैं पढ़ूँ, पढ़ो। Normal lapse rate dependent upon what? Incoming radiation, returning radiation. This is going back. This helps us to decide normal lapse. So normal lapse rate is dependent upon returning radiation, that is terrestrial radiation. Terrestrial radiation itself is a component of insolation. Insolation throughout the surface of earth from equator to poles is fixed or variable. So insolation is variable, so terrestrial radiation is variable, and hence normal lapse rate is variable. And hence the first statement written over here, normal lapse rate is variable, is correct. Second statement says, same statement, second part says that adiabatic lapse rate is fixed. Adiabatic lapse rate is what? This is mean sea level, suppose, ऐसे ही है, right? Column of atmosphere exerting pressure over here. This is called as atmospheric pressure. You reach a mountain. Now only this much column of air is exerting pressure. So pressure will be high over here, less over here. So from when you go from here to here, what is happening? Atmospheric pressure is reducing. Atmospheric pressure is reducing, and hence when the air moves up, atmospheric pressure reduces, volume increases. Increase in volume take place, pressure reduces, air conducts some work on the surrounding. In doing that work, energy gets consumed, and hence the temperature drops down. Such reduction of temperature with increasing height without any exchange of heat from the surrounding, just because of this reducing atmospheric pressure, is called as adiabatic lapse rate. Adiabatic lapse rate is having two components. Adiabatic lapse rate can be dry, it can be wet. It is considered almost fixed. Variation is there, but for all practical purposes, for all climatology related purposes, it is considered as fixed. Dry adiabatic lapse rate is considered at 10 degrees Celsius per kilometer, and this is considered as 6 degrees Celsius per kilometer. What is dry adiabatic lapse rate? Air is going up. So when the air is going up, here we are having a parcel of air. This parcel of air is going up. It reaches over here, it acquires this much volume. It further goes up, it acquires this much volume, right? Volume is increasing. Here the temperature was 20 degrees Celsius. Here the temperature reduces to 10 degrees Celsius. Here the temperature reduces to 0 degrees Celsius. When this air was going up and the temperature was reducing, at the temperature of 10 degrees Celsius, relative humidity becomes 100%. Suppose relative humidity becomes 100%, then 10 degrees Celsius will be called as a dew point. So 10 degrees Celsius is the dew point and the relative humidity becomes 100%. Now when the air will go up, will condensation take place? When condensation will take place, will the latent heat of condensation be released? That latent heat of condensation will reduce this reduction rate. The rate of reduction was 10 degrees Celsius per kilometer. For every kilometer, temperature was going down by 10 degrees Celsius. So from 1 kilometer, suppose this is the height of 1 kilometer and this is the height of 2 kilometers. So from going from 1 kilometer to 2 kilometer, ideally as per adiabatic lapse rate, temperature should become 0. But temperature is not becoming 0, temperature is becoming 4 degrees Celsius. Why? Because in this height, some condensation is taking place. Due to that condensation, latent heat is being added to the air. That heat is increasing the temperature. So by atmospheric pressure, temperature is reducing from 10 to 0, but that latent heat is not allowing the temperature to drop to 0, it is maintaining the temperature at 4. So temperature kitna kam hua? 6. This is called as wet adiabatic lapse rate. Are you getting that? So adiabatic lapse rate is having two components, dry and wet. Dry adiabatic lapse rate is considered as 10 degrees Celsius per kilometer. Wet adiabatic lapse rate is considered as 6 degrees Celsius per kilometer. Wet and moist adiabatic lapse rate are one and the same. So adiabatic lapse rate remains almost fixed. Are you getting it? It is not talking about dry and wet. It is talking about only adiabatic lapse rate. It remains almost fixed. If normal lapse rate is more than adiabatic lapse rate, normal lapse rate is variable. Adiabatic lapse rate तो fix रहेगा ना. ये तो फिक्स रहेगा, ये तो चेंज हो ही नहीं रहा, नॉर्मल लैप्स रेट वेरिएट करेगा, राइट। नाउ अगेन हैव अ लुक एट this particular section over here, that we are having a section of air. This section of air is going up. Here it was having the temperature of 20 degrees Celsius. It covers a vertical distance of 1 kilometer. क्या समझ में आ रहा है ना तुम लोग की? ऐसे ऐसे कि ऐसे ऐसे. It reaches a height of 1 kilometer and normal lapse rate is what? 6.5 degrees Celsius per kilometer. तो 20 से 6.5 कम होगा, कितना हो जाएगा? 13.5 degree, right? And adiabatic lapse rate is how much? 10 degree Celsius per kilometer. एक पैकेट ऑफ एयर है, ये ऊपर चला 1 किलोमीटर की हाइट पे, यहाँ पर इसका टेम्परेचर है 20. आफ्टर कवरिंग हाइट ऑफ 1 किलोमीटर इट रीचेज द टेम्परेचर ऑफ सराउंडिंग टेम्परेचर 13.5, rising air temperature 10 degree. This air is cold or warm? The rising air is cold in the surrounding air. So can it go up? No. So it will come back. And what is the condition? Normal lapse rate is less than adiabatic lapse rate. Are you getting that? Normal lapse rate is 6.5, adiabatic lapse rate is 10. And same is written over here in the question that normal lapse rate is less than adiabatic lapse rate means atmospheric stability. Stability का मतलब cloud formation नहीं होगा, condensation नहीं होगा. क्यों? Air ऊपर जा ही नहीं पा रही. Are you getting my point? So air cannot go up. When air cannot go up, no condensation, stability will prevail. अब इस condition को देखिए, normal lapse rate is more than adiabatic lapse rate. What will happen over here? Surface of earth having temperature of 20 degrees Celsius. Now normal lapse rate तो variable होता, normal lapse rate बढ़ के हो गया 15 degree Celsius per kilometer. ठीक. So at a height of 1 kilometer, what is the temperature? 5 degrees Celsius. A packet of air is going up. It will be following adiabatic lapse rate, which is fixed 10 degrees Celsius per kilometer. 20 से minus करेंगे कितना आएगा? 10. This is 10. This is 5. Is it warm? ये 10 है, ये 5 है. So 10 is more. So will it go up? It reaches a height of 2 kilometer. Temperature drops to 0 degree. Surrounding air 5 minus 15 minus 10. Will it go up? Still it is warm. So it will go up. So it will keep on going up. कहीं तो dew point मिलेगा, कहीं तो condensation शुरू होगा. तो जहाँ dew point मिलेगा वहीं बादल बन जाएगा, बारिश शुरू. Instability. Are you getting that? Same written over here. If normal lapse rate is more than adiabatic lapse rate, it means atmospheric instability. If normal lapse rate is less than adiabatic lapse rate, it means atmospheric stability. And the first statement already I have explained. So all three statements hold correct, and hence option C, 𝐶4 will be the correct answer. Am I clear on that? Anyone needs any further explanation? एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर पर डिपेंड कर रहा है ना बेटा. तो एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर क्या होता है? जो एटमॉस्फेयर का कॉलम, जहां से एटमॉस्फेयर शुरू हुआ वहां से जमीन तक पूरा वो प्रेशर डाल रहा है. तो उस कॉलम में फ्लक्चुएशन है, लेकिन इतना फ्लक्चुएशन नहीं है कि इसको हम हर जगह अलग अलग माने. नीचे के ग्राउंड लेवल के नीचे के आधा 1 किलोमीटर 2 किलोमीटर के एटमॉस्फेयर में तो कंपोनेंट में चेंजेस हैं, 5 किलोमीटर तक मान लीजिए हैं. उसके ऊपर का तो सब सेम है, बहुत वेरिएशन नहीं है. तो इसलिए हम उसको ऑलमोस्ट फिक्स मानते हैं. अगर आप उसके माइक्रो डिटेलिंग में जाओगे कि क्या वाकई फिक्स होता है, तो नहीं होता. इट इज नॉट फिक्स. बट फॉर ऑल प्रैक्टिकल पर्पजेज इन क्लाइमेटोलॉजी, इन वेदर रिलेटेड कंपोनेंट, वी कंसिडर एडियाबेटिक लैप्स रेट इज ऑलमोस्ट फिक्स. आईएमडी भी फिक्स मान के चलता है. तो हम और तुम यूपीएससी में क्या ही कर लेंगे यार, आईएमडी मान रहा है, क्या जरूरत है पंगे लेने की. कंसिडर द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट्स. एनीथिंग एल्स इन दैट? The speed of the wind and currents is measured in knots. 1 knot is nautical miles per hour. Speed of 1 knot का मतलब क्या हुआ? 1 nautical mile per hour. And 1 nautical mile is 1.852 kilometers. All three statements are correct. Option C, 𝐶4 will be the correct answer. Am I clear on that? So if the wind is moving at 5 knots, so it means 5 into 1.852 kilometer per hour की स्पीड से वो चल रहे. Frequent shift of monsoon trough or ITCZ causes dry and wet spells during summer monsoon. ITCZ north south, dry wet spell होता है. Over the west coast, the dry spells are caused when the winds blow parallel to the coast. Yes. इंडिया का वेस्टर्न कोस्ट है ना ये वाला, मानसून विंड्स ऐसे आ रही, इसकी जगह वो ऐसे बहने लगी पैरेलल, तो यहाँ बारिश नहीं होगी, ड्राई स्पेल हो गया। आर यू गेटिंग दैट? So both are the correct reasons. So both 1 and 2. Am I clear on that? So option C, C4 cat, both 1 and 2 is the correct answer. Consider the following statement: PT soil develop in waterlogged conditions. Anaerobic decomposition होना है, और वो भी partial. It is known for carbon storage. ये हम कल डिस्कस किया ही था मैंने. It is acidic, dark and organic rich soil. Acidic भी है, dark भी है, organic matter बहुत है. It is found along Kerala and West Bengal. सारे कोस्टल एरियाज में आपको मिल जाएगा, वेटलैंड्स में मिल जाएगा. It is found over there. Am I clear on that? So all कोई explanation तो required नहीं है. All 4 statements are correct. Option C, C4, नहीं, option D, D for dog will be the correct answer. Consider the following pairs: local storms, nature region. Mango shower is in Kerala and Karnataka. Pre-monsoon convectional rainfall. Blossom shower is in related to coffee in Kerala and Karnataka, both regions. It is also pre-monsoon convectional. Bardoli Chhera is in Assam. That is also pre-monsoon convectional. It is also related to Kal Baisakhi. It destroys the standing crops. इस समय जो बारिश हो रही, right? Nor'wester, evening thunderstorms in Bengal. हाँ, बंगाल में है, बंगाल में है, नॉर्थ बिहार में है, असम में भी है. इवनिंग थंडरस्टॉर्म्स. एनसीईआरटी क्लास 11 इंडियन ज्योग्राफी, एक बॉक्स बना है, उस बॉक्स के अंदर चारों लिखे, एक ही बॉक्स में चारों लिखे, वहीं से उठा के मैंने क्वेश्चन बनाया. Am I clear on that? Rest we will continue tomorrow. Thank you so much for today. Ocean waves slow down and break on reaching the beach. Online class, whomsoever has asked. As the waves approaches the beach, the depth of the water reduces. Both the statements are correct, and statement 2 explains statement 1. Because when the waves approach the beach, the depth of the water is less than half the wavelength, the wave breaks. When the shape of the bay is compressional in nature, then the water accumulates in a small area and hence the height of the tide increases, beta. To be very clear and honest, all those who haven't touched NCERT up till now don't touch NCERT for 2026 prelims examination. You can't do anything now. अभी तक नहीं पढ़ा तो आगे अभी इस एग्जाम के लिए पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है, कुछ नहीं कर पाओगे. जो पढ़ा है उसी को रिवाइज करिए. आपने साल भर कुछ तो पढ़ा होगा ना, तो जो पढ़ा है बस उसी को रिवाइज करिए, कुछ नया पढ़ने की कोशिश मत करिए. Specific heat is the amount of heat required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of substance by 1 degree Celsius. कोई भी सब्सटेंस उसका 1 ग्राम उसका टेम्परेचर 1 डिग्री बढ़ाने के लिए जो हीट चाहिए, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज स्पेसिफिक हीट. सो फॉर एवरी सब्सटेंस स्पेसिफिक हीट इज डिफरेंट. लैंड का अलग है, वाटर का अलग है, आयरन का अलग है, लेड का अलग है, हर मेटल का अलग है. यस, बंद कर दीजिए. ओके, online class, I think I am done with the doubts. Whatever that is left out, that we will study tomorrow. Thank you.